Time.
Please check in your Twitch feeds if you have gotten the thing.
Now remember everyone to fuck those clementines.
Please don't screw fruit.
Please don't. Leave fruit alone.
Yeah, leave fruit alone.
What are all these fruit apologists? What the fuck? When did this
Leave
happen?
Clementine alone.
Say no to fruit.
Oh my gosh, that's
Clementine.
actually a
Okay,
reference to a video
it's-
game, Mesh.
It's live.
What is
I was
that? The
referencing
zombie
the
movie
video
game.
Oh,
Oh,
the
is
Walking
it,
Dead?
The Walking Dead
Is
game.
that what he names his
His daughter's name is Clementine.
Oh,
yeah.
I
Not actual daughter, but yeah.
was
Yeah.
thinking of a different thing. I was like, did somebody name their gun Clementine or something like that?
Probably. Mesh, what did
It's
you say?
usually oh Betsy.
Leave
is
Clementine
usually what they-
alone.
Leave Clementine alone. Oh my gosh, I just got back to the fever dream of my notes last week, Chef, with all the
Last week was a
tarot
fun
card
session.
shit.
A lot of stuff happened.
The madness of my character.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have put that book away and I'm not gonna
You know
touch
what's
it.
so funny? If there's like a dystopian future and someone kind of like uncovers our shit at the house, they're gonna see this stuff. It's like, what kind of fucking cipher is going on? And there's pages of these, and some of them have no correlation to one another, like different campaign notebooks. Like, what the fuck is this?
Someone looked at it like there's loot somewhere here. I played Fallout.
First they're talking
They
about
killed a
Layla,
guy?
then Camilla,
How
then
many people
Debbie.
did they kill? Holy shit. Fucking
Wait,
psychopath.
there's a vault. There's a vault in this place.
Who would have made this a cipher? This seems like some guy in their basement.
Oh.
I'm not talking about the one that we did last week. I'm just saying, like
Oh,
just in
general.
general, like this is like something that someone could come up with, reasonably speaking. It's like they wanted it to be solved.
It's like they wanted it. That's what's wrong with. Yeah, all right. Anyway.
What the hell's an inside
guys
check?
Well, starting off with a quick recap from last time.
It's not gonna be quick.
You cut down the tree monstrosity from last time and found half of some sort of puzzle.
Yes.
You activated the obsidian golem that is now traveling with them, controlled by a strange rod that Meshadieme carries with them. And you encountered lots of people fleeing Crescent, searching for food along the road. You fed some bland food from Maefyre to all of these immigrants along the road. You're heading off the main road to the south here, towards the Keepers of the Fur Camp, to learn a bit more about the Rage Mother in Renok's bloodline. We find ourselves at the crossroads on the map, about to turn south. Are you
Wow,
guys
the
ready?
music ended really well there. Perfect timing.
Really quick, Chef, could you remind us what the gentleman was telling us about a satyr friend was from the Waystone Inn? I have like very brief notes on that.
Yeah, I think you all were a little bit distracted, but yes, at the Waystone Inn there was a satyr named Bast helping out the
What was
main
the name one more
bartender
time?
named Coke.
Bast? Like the
Oh.
cat? Or
Yes.
Vast? Okay.
Bast.
I totally thought we were talking about Cal last week because I didn't hear the name.
It had to be cowed. I still believe.
And okay, so they bought the Waystone Inn once it got once the owner vanished or was killed rather.
Yep.
Okay.
Seems to be the case.
And they didn't know where the whereabouts of Bast was currently? Or is Bast still in Crescent?
I don't know if you know / asked.
Okay. Well, are we with them still? The gentleman?
Yeah.
Pepper, I think
It's
his name?
early morning. After a long rest, you're ready, fully geared up, ready for the road. The gentleman is kicking out some ashes, of the fire pit, warming himself a little bit over the coals before he heads out for the day. You want to ask?
Yeah, I will ask
More
him.
about Bast?
Could you tell us some more stuff about this Bast person back from Krezek? It seems that there might be a correlation with something we're trying to track down.
Well, he's the helper at the Waystone. I imagine he's still there.
Even after everything that happened?
Well, he came with Coat. He works with Coat. See, he's like the +1 to that gentleman.
Coat?
He's the bartender. He's the new proprietor of the Waystone, and Bast is the second in command. I don't know too much about it. Only the rumors from what I've heard.
And what does he look like? What does Cloak look like? You said Bast was like a satyr gentleman.
Yeah, Coates has got a bright red hair. Normal looking fellow.
Dwarf, human.
Human.
All right. All right. Well, are you keen to keep traveling with us, considering the situation back in Krezek, or we're heading south here?
As long as you got food, I'll keep you company.
All right. Well, I'll go check in and see if Maefyre is happy to oblige you, but I'm sure that we also need to eat. So, and there's more than enough to go around when she casts that spell.
You kind of look around, and in the morning, a lot of groups are moving slow, but a few have decided to be ready at the same time that you guys are, and they are, looking over their shoulder every few minutes, checking to see if you guys are starting to move or not. Looks like you might have a bit of a following of people who are...
Shit.
Well, what I'm gonna do, I think this morning is, I'll just go around and like kind of do the little knock on everyone's bunk or not bunk, but like their sleeping areas, and try to do a quick like powwow with everyone. Hey everybody, I just need to ask your opinion about something.
Yes.
What's up?
What?
We gotta, I'm gonna like lower my voice, but for the sake of stream, I'm gonna keep it loud. Feeding those people was a good idea, but
Agreed.
for their case, moving forward, feeding them may not be a good idea. Normally there's some early risers that want to continue caravanning rather than allowing us to go on our way. Now, that said, I might be keen to just do a quick round with those people. Let them know that they don't have to hide from us, that they want to keep tagging along. We don't mind, but to let them know where we're going is going to be extremely dangerous moving forward. So I would request that if we're all kind of the same mind, that we just take a couple minutes this morning, let them know, and make the rounds.
Well, are we not going to have to lose them at some point? Because we can't exactly be discreet with dozens of people following us. We're going to have to find a way to take them at some point.
I mean, I thought we were joining them and not the other way around, so I thought we could leave, like, whenever.
I thought it was that way around too.
Oh, well, that's something that I didn't really think about, but I guess they were just going to go wherever the food was, and if we keep heading towards the pirate area or the lake or whatever, we're going to be meeting with some unsavory type people that may not appreciate that. And if we move forward and they are keen to continue following us, they might get themselves into trouble. Renok's friends, we'll say, are a bit of a wild card right now.
I'll be honest. It does seem more sensible just to tell them outright that where they're going, there will be death. There's no other way to just say it. They
Well,
will die.
If they're true Barovians, that's not going to scare them too much. I'm just letting them. I think letting them know like where we're going and maybe saying that we're going to be meeting with some people that we can't guarantee your safety and we will not be protecting you is probably going to be enough. Feeding and protecting are different duties.
Renok, because if we say, well, you can follow us, you can come with us, but there may or may not be death involved. Maybe we can further curry their favour. There's always strength in numbers, you know, and there's at least dozens at the moment. If you was thinking of, you know, something like a small army, but
Are you referring to cannon fodder?
No, certainly not. We would tell them that there's risk, and if they want to follow us or not. It's an idea. If not, then we need to shake them completely, I think, and proceed on our own. But it's either they come with us and they know the risks and they know there's death and then maybe they want to fight with us, or they just go, or we get rid of them. I don't think there's any halfway in between where they follow us, but they don't know there's risks.
There's also the possibility that no matter what we say or do, they will follow us regardless.
Or just go where they want to go.
I think we should be
They're probably
upfront.
just following the road to the next place.
Just
Regardless
It's very
of whether
true,
we
but
know.
we don't know. Let's just at least explain to them
Mhm.
what we're doing in the gist of that we're not going somewhere safe. You guys can phrase it however you like. I can't cover all the ground. I don't really care as long as they know the risks. Then they're complicit with their own fate.
specify that we are not responsible for them, and if they choose to follow us, it is their own deaths that they carry.
Yes, all we're
not
doing here is
ours.
washing our hands of any potential issues.
The older gentleman that you've been traveling with, you know, has his cart ready to go and oxen all hitched up east. Are we about heading out soon? Which way are we going?
We said south, right, guys? I kind of just not around.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll be heading
There's a
out.
fork just across the river heading south. That's where you want to go?
That's right, sir. We're gonna take a couple minutes, more minutes before we head out, just letting the people know if they're gonna follow us. I've noticed that they're looking to follow us. Actually, why don't you guys go ahead and start, and I'll just inform Pepper what we're doing.
Yeah, I'll start heading off to the different camps and try to convince them to not follow us, and maybe point them to Driscoll Manor as a potential place to go.
Give me a persuasion check, Mesh.
I got to take my dice out. Let's go with the white one. 15 plus 7, 22.
All right, you can convince all of them to go the original way they were planning on going. Like, as you talk to them, like, one guy's belly just like audibly grumbles, like
Oh, man.
grumbles like he was hungry and was just like, well, I suppose we must fend for ourselves sometimes. You begin down the road and find a crossroads just across the bridge, and you head south at the crossroads.
Yeah.
As you look back, most people do not take this branch of the path. They head north. Proceed down this path. It's a bit more of a dirt road rather than a cobbled road with, you know, the clearer markings on it. But not too far in the day, you encounter a camp along your path. Here's the reveal.
Are there any stragglers, by the way? Is there anyone behind us?
Yeah, there's like 2 people that followed you this way.
2. Don't give them names, please.
They just look like commoners.
One is named Jim. One is named
No.
Bob.
No. Now I care.
But there is an
Not
encampment.
Jim Bob.
There's an encampment on the road ahead of you, and this one is interesting because as you approach, you see that there are multiple scouts posted around it. Large, hulking figures. This is a seemingly well-defended encampment with Renok. There's a familiarity here. The air is thick with a scent that you pick up and are able to identify as the smell of the other people that you've experienced with your unique set of abilities. These scouts all, like, you know, as you approach, they don't say anything and just stand aside and let you into the center of this encampment. And there at the center is a hunched, grizzled figure, a large staff dominating his hand. Wild black hair is very much like your own, all the way down to his knees. He says, "Brother, welcome." The other brothers are
I am here to
cautious of
see
you.
Rage Mother. Oh,
You bear the marks of a brother, yet you do not know why.
yes. I am
You
here
ask
to
about the Rage Mother?
Yes. I have been told to see her to find out more about myself.
I will tell you of the Rage Mother and your eternal duty. The Rage Mother is our shield and protector. She protects us against the greater evils that stir within our world. Her only ask is service. Our duty is to serve the Rage Mother's will. Her will is that we fight and die. Death is our duty. Renok, you seek glory, and in doing so you have fought well. The Rage Mother is pleased, and has brought you closer to her. In that we are brothers, bound in duty. These companions, they will help you in your duty. The Rage Mother will be pleased. Only through the destruction of our enemies can you seek true salvation.
And who are our enemies?
Long ago, the werewolves were the chosen soldiers of the Rage Mother, but they turned away from the light and became heretics. The first keeper was born with a singular purpose, to purge the blight. We excised the cancer of the werewolves, and we burn their heresy from this plane. We are weapons. There is the Rage Mother, and there is war. Nothing more. A new enemy stirs, and we are called to fight once more. The Rage Mother says the enemy is closing all around us. As long as these enemies of the Rage Mother draw breath, there can be no rest, there can be no peace.
You haven't actually told me who this enemy is. Have you fought them? Do you know them?
The Rage Mother only gives us pieces of the picture. Our orders right now are gather forces into amass power. But for you, she had a mission of critical importance that could only be given to you. In all things, her words do not make perfect sense, but they might mean more to you, perhaps. Her order to you is to eliminate the candidates to the throne and ascend. Do you know what it means?
No. What was the last word did you say, Chef?
Eliminate the candidates to the throne and ascend.
Ah. And I do not know what this means. What am I ascending to? And who are these candidates?
I've been poring over her edicts and commandments, but none mention a throne or these candidates or what the ascension process is. You alone have this mission. But I have been poring through the archives, and I have a theory. In ancient times, the abomination Strahd ruled these lands, a singular leader with no peer. This singular order of the Rage Mother has a few glimmers of insights in it. The orders do not say, kill the leader, but the candidates, which must mean that there is not a single ruler at this point. Strahd no longer rules this land. Instead, we can surmise that multiple are growing in strength to rise to the throne. We do not know what this throne means, and we do not know how to ascend, but we believe the ascension is becoming the ruler similar to Strahd was in centuries past.
Yeah, I have no desire to rule these lands.
It may not be ruling.
It doesn't say rule, it just says ascend.
And you say ascend, it sounds like made to a throne. What's the throne?
Ascend
It's
could
quite
just
hard.
mean to gain glory. That's been his mission all along.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it could be poetic language, I guess.
And what would
Assuming the
Sorry,
seat
go on.
of ascent, if there is an ascension to this position and the Rage Mother wants you in it, it is a position beyond glory. It is a position where you would choose your own destiny, not just for yourself, but for the entire realm. It is a position of power. And that is likely why the Rage Mother wants one of our own in that position.
Say I do this task. What if there is a candidate who wishes to better this land, to improve the living conditions, to help foster bonds between all those here, to
If
do
you
good?
are the singular ruler of Barovia, it would be up to you to determine the course of these lands.
That's a little bit better, I suppose.
And you would have your brothers at your back to carry out your will.
It is a tall order. I accept.
That
That
is good
sounds
to
pretty
hear,
high.
brother.
Be tall lord. Never mind.
Sorry, Chef, what did you say?
That is good to hear, brother.
This is very opposite to what we were anticipating that we're going to have to be talking about. In fact, it's a bunch of
Yes.
new information than what we were told.
Admittedly, yes. Actually, what do you know of these other candidates? Have you by chance come across any?
I do not know for certain, but I've tried to decipher as much as I can. Candidates to the throne, if they are comparable to Strahd in power, ability, and tact and strategy, they must be very powerful individuals or perhaps factions. They're likely somewhere on this plane, plotting, growing in power in their own ways. I do not think that many of these candidates even know they are candidates.
How much does Strahd know about this?
We do not know. We don't engage with the ghost of Strahd.
What about the beast in the water? No name or whatever his name is.
No, you're talking about no one?
No one,
I
yeah.
do
that's the
not
one.
know
No,
what you were
no, no
talking
one is
about.
the castle.
No one is in the castle.
It doesn't
It's a
mean that
different
they're not
entity
a
from the beast
candidate.
in the water.
Yes.
Good point.
But
The creature in the castle. We avoid him as well. We can't get through to him cleanly without going through Strahd. But he has remained to himself for a while. Has not left the castle in some time.
Chef, could I do a history check to see if Strahd said or did anything in our prior engagements that would show me that he might know something about this?
Sure.
Oh God! All right, fingers crossed. 17.
Strahd is dead, but not dead. And you wonder if that might be related to this.
I have another question. If we were to call for your aid, would you come? Regardless of whatever the reasoning is?
Regardless, no. Would we answer your call? Yes.
How would I
There
call
are-
you? Oh, sorry.
We are always watching. You wouldn't have to call too loudly.
Okay.
But there are edicts of the Rage Mother that surpass the need to support you in this mission. Protecting the sanctity of humankind would be more important.
The werewolves. You said they turned away. What did they do? What did we do?
The blasphemous werewolves took the power of the Rage Mother and reveled in the rage rather than the humanity that this type of brutality can bring. They took the power and left the grace of the Rage Mother, and they lost their humanity. They became feral beasts, and as beasts know no moral bounds. They had to be put down. They were excised from this land. The blasphemy of those monstrosities is such that only one solution was acceptable: extermination.
Is there no way to turn them back?
I feel like that's never acceptable.
In this, the act of killing is a mercy. To convert them back would require toil.
See.
But there are no more werewolves.
Yes.
Our mission was a complete success.
What
what about the one in
are
the
they
swamp?
extinct? Are you talking about genocide? You killed them all?
Are you sure?
We have removed the threat of the werewolves from the lands.
Hmm.
By
Yeah,
genocide?
that's a bit more descriptive than we killed them all, so that'll work.
Where was a birth from the Rage Mother? Would they appear without her? If we were to come across one, what would be my duty?
If you come across a werewolf in your travels, simply determine if it has any soul, any humanity, any way to reason with it. And if it cannot be reasoned with, if it still does not hear the call of the Rage Mother, exterminate it.
must admit, I came into this thinking that I would have to butt heads a lot more with all of you, but you seem very reasonable. A beacon of hope, even.
Does this seem reasonable? I don't know.
Well, they're not asking us to go kill anyone all willy-nilly, and
Are you being serious?
Because they
or are
already
you
did
just
it.
trying to pander to them?
I'm just gonna smile at you and turn away and then not say a word.
Okay.
Okay.
Understand.
All right. Sorry, my companions might need to ask something. Do any of you have anything to ask?
I think I heard all I need to hear.
Do you have any factions that you want us to, that you have already decided are a part of these candidates? Or is
Also,
it just
are there
less
many
for
different
guesswork?
color bears? You know, like polar bears and
I actually do want to know the answer to that, but we'll go with the Janus question first.
And even black pandas, sun bear.
pandas. They're extinct.
Red pants.
You've seen some of the transformations.
Well,
Well, part of the curse of the blessing of the Rage Mother is that if you hear the call and listen fully, then the transformation becomes permanent. The two minds, rather than becoming a feral beast unchained, the Rage Mother will merge your two forms, giving you sentience and control in this bear form. And with that, two hulking behemoths kind of lumber out, previously, hidden among the carts.
Yeah.
Behold the true form of the servants of the Rage Mother. This transformation occurs when you die while transformed. The Rage Mother will bring you back from the edge, renewed. Behold, Renok, this is the form of salvation.
I'm gonna lean over to Camilla and be like, this is all a bit much for me.
What are they getting salvation from?
I have
Should I tell him I
trouble-
could take a little bit off the top, or would that be out of place?
I was actually wondering if by ascending he means he becomes a vampire?
I thought that they were just gonna
This
go
is-
fight him and the leader and be like, I'm the war chief now, or something.
Maybe they actually sprout wings.
That's gotta be it. he's just like, that's it.
bear
Owl bears.
owls.
Bear
I have trouble transforming back. Is there anything I can do so I can do it more willingly?
I didn't know he had trouble. Did you know he had trouble?
Oh, yes, I have trouble.
If you invoke the Rage Mother, she will help you in this.
As a bear? Okay,
As a bear.
that makes sense. Okay.
Just have to roid up and say, Mommy!
I'm sorry. I hope I haven't offended you, but I'm trying to.
Mommy, can I have some more, please?
Don't make it weird, Mesh.
Mom, I need a hot pocket!
Right. I'll be honest with you. This is so much more straightforward than I thought it would be. Well, all right. I have one last question I can think of. Any taboos? Surely you have something that you are not permitted for me to do.
Your duty is to protect these lands. Simple as that.
Nothing more. The method of how I protect these lands is up for debate.
You will be judged. Your actions will be reviewed. If they do not align to the edicts of the Rage Mother,
By whom? And can you get a hold of these
you will be
edicts?
tried for blasphemy.
A lot of grey. No, as long as I stay the course, I'll be fine. Actually, one last one. If I were to speak with the Rage Mother directly, Is that possible? Do I need to be near death to do such a thing?
Can I speak to your manager?
The Rage Mother walked the material
I'm
plane
scared.
once, but she has ascended beyond our plane, where only glimmers of her power still touches our own. You can see it in the dancing embers of a fire sometimes, but she pierces the planar voids to send us orders. Her banner grants us the strength to execute the orders, and only through the grace of the Rage Mother do we exist. Only through the light of the Rage Mother do we see. Only by the wrath of the Rage Mother do we fight. The Rage Mother is purpose.
Could
I
I?
do not think you will meet the Rage Mother until perhaps if you complete the orders, she might make her presence known to you. But until then, I alone hear the Rage Mother's voice most clearly amongst the Brotherhood.
Inside check.
Yeah, I was gonna say, could I check to see if he's concealing something? Don't know
Is
if-
he just making all this shit up?
we're doing different things. Never mind. I thought we were doing the same thing.
What are you trying to check for? Yes, roll mesh.
I want to see if he's concealing something. Like there's something clearly he's not telling me.
Insight plus
Yeah, go
5,
ahead.
so
Insight as well,
14.
Goldy.
Okay, I'll do,
14.
I'll do my insight as well. Yeah. I got 6.
Renok, the words ring true. Doesn't seem to be concealing anything. Mesh, something isn't sitting perfectly correctly. It's not like he's lying to you, but it's a lie by omission.
Hmm. So with the 14, I can't point out like what it is exactly. Is it more about the commandments or more about the instructions?
The instructions and the commandments seem straightforward. He's being truthful about his tenets, but may not be completely truthful about where they're coming from or the larger purpose.
Hmm.
It seems like he might know something more that he isn't sharing. Brother Renok, do you have any idea on who these candidates might be?
Well, there's one very glaringly obvious one, but I have inklings. I'd rather not speculate right now. I promise you that I will make a decision once they reveal themselves properly.
In Krezik, who was the most powerful figure there?
I'm actually scrolling up to get the name. No, that's the Gargoyle captain.
Light, I guess.
No, the husband, the guy in charge, the guy Chamilla was supposed to get married to.
That's not Krezik, home dog.
Oh, sorry. I'm thinking. Sorry,
Senator Venn.
Yeah.
Van Havenlight?
Or more, if you're talking more of a public figure, it would be the light, but in actuality, it would be the van, yeah.
I was thinking her, but she doesn't seem the type to want to take over all the lands.
She is the leader of the largest city. She is perhaps a candidate. The Driscolls
Interesting.
have wide influence over this territory and help to excise the werewolves as well. They
So,
are a faction that is powerful.
so
Mm,
let's
Savior.
break this down a little bit, yeah. Let's assume we go with what you're saying, and let's assume we eliminate one of the candidates. In their absence, there's gonna be a power vacuum. Somebody else will pick up the slack.
Mhm.
What's your plan of action about that? Like, if we
That's a
let's
very
say
good
if
question.
let's say if we kill Van in Krezek, then Krezek will be leaderless. Their people will suffer.
He strokes the beard. We must interpret these words in this order more closely. Perhaps eliminate isn't end their life. Perhaps it's more of eliminating the competition to the throne. Candidates means someone who's interested in ascending. Eliminate might mean just remove them from contention. If the other candidates aren't foes and support your claim to rule, they support your claim to the throne, they would not be candidates. And perhaps the goal of this order is to eliminate those that stand in the way, not just all of the potential power players.
Well, in theory, the reverse is also true. If Renok, by virtue of ascending him by himself and his own strength, becomes more powerful or influential, he doesn't have to do anything with any of the other factions because he himself has rose to power without them. Contrarily. Or by eliminating the strongest threat, perhaps everyone else follows after him, and by virtue of that, he's already ascended in the process. There's more than one way to do this. But it would be respectful to I think it would be respectful from the Order of the Fur to give us a bit more of our own personal discretion with this matter, since it's his mission and not yours. I'm not trying to be confrontational, but as far as if they said that they were watching Renok quite carefully. Give us some time, and we'll see what we can do.
Would it be better if we stepped away and you just gave more of the information to Renok without us?
We can do that.
Would you be more comfortable with that?
I trust Mom to these comrades with my life.
We understand.
But he doesn't.
Yeah.
Perhaps he would be more comfortable sharing the details with you.
I'm trying to say it to him.
The details I have shared, I know no more. If Renok trusts you with his life, then you are worthy of hearing all of the same instructions. As you follow the tenets of Brotherhood.
There's no time limit on this, is there? It's ascension. It's not going to happen at a particular full moon or whatnot.
The Rage Mother says that the wars are coming. We do not know when. We remain ready.
Seems that we're going to fall into an inevitability regardless of whatever I choose to do. I'll make
War
you this.
is inevitable. Combat is inevitable.
I will make you this one promise. I will uprise this land however means or ways that I can. I will make sure to all those who try to hinder that progress, I will stop them. I will end them.
You will end them?
For glory. For the sake of glory.
Through the camp, there is a nodding of approval.
I'm picturing minions, just all of them like.
See, I was hoping it was gonna be like a bunch of at the same time.
Oh yeah. Brother!
All right.
In the same line of thinking as we were doing, eliminating candidates could also mean uniting the factions under one banner or under one umbrella, so to speak.
Would you be all comfortable with that? Unifying all the groups together? Or do you care to be independent?
We maintain a vigil beyond most others. Petty politics fall away as, decades turn to centuries. Our purpose is singular across the eons, where most other factions rise and fall. A temporary peace would serve value in its time, but we will be here long after any politics cease to occur.
All right. Well, that's all I really have to ask for now.
Where will you go to next, brother?
I need time to think. I actually turn to everyone else. We should decide as a group. What is best?
Pirates?
The next faction to tackle, as it were.
Yes. You might have heard of them, the pirates. Have you tussled with them?
We've been watching them closely. We've been watching you closely. And he nods at Meshadieme.
Do we need any warnings? Are there
Indeed.
any traps that we need to watch out for when we go?
They are interacting in strange ways with the water.
What do you mean?
That mean?
That's because of their captain. Their captain has tried to... Mesh, do you remember? Your captain has tried to make a pact with an entity to gain power. I think it's the book. Not the book, the water being.
What?
Was it Strahd that was worried about her?
Don't
Somebody
think
was.
I got any. I know she already had a pact with the creature that we're conversing through the book.
There it is.
But she's not making a new pact. That's what I'm trying to see.
I see.
What is this preacher you speak of?
That's a good question.
Honestly, we have very little to go by. All we know is it has sought to help us for some unknown reason.
You are working with this preacher?
No.
We've asked it questions and it has answered truthfully. That's all we know so far.
We are not connected. But
We aren't
it's
assisting it. It's more just if our goals align, it gives us answers, but we would never think of actually helping it.
no, it's no.
No, it's no.
No, it
Very
is no.
provocative language.
Well,
Never a no.
Never say never.
Nada.
Opium.
The this chaplain's eyes burn red for a moment. The Rage Mother grants me vision. This entity, this monstrosity in the waters, is the enemy that we seek to repel. It is the war that is coming.
That's what I...
Really?
So it's the
Research
ultimate
by-
foe, which means we don't have to
I
go
feel
after it
like-
right now.
I feel like we kind of already knew that, but It's nice
Good
to
to have
actually hear someone
confirmation.
say it.
Good to have some concrete.
Yeah.
Concrete, yeah.
I've got a lot of things to chase down by going to the pirates, to be honest with all of you. I can't return back to
Here's a
the Driscoll
question.
Manor for a while until we do stuff there.
Indeed.
Where does the Rage Mother stand with the hag?
That is the name on this list I'll be making.
Baba
Which
Lasaga.
hag?
The powerless saga.
Tree forest hag entity.
We have not scouted Lysaga in quite some time. She's hiding from us very deliberately.
We have encountered her.
Well, she said there's an entity that she is fighting. Like, she is trying to hold back. So is I'm wondering if it's the same thing you're talking about.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Again, strokes the beard. And is like, there are similarities in this enemy that we cannot deny. The saga is a crafty one, though.
Yes, she is. It
We don't
seems
trust her.
eventually things will come to a head sooner than later.
I mean, she's crafty in the sense that she wanted us to work to her ambitions, but I feel like you're doing the same thing.
She's not completely untrue in her comments.
I
I might-
don't believe she lied to us, did she?
I don't think she lied to us, but did she, leave anything out? That I don't know.
That's possible.
Brother Renok, heresy and blasphemy will sound sweet to your ears, but you must see the true purpose of the Rage Mother and be vigilant and staunch in your devotion. Determine if those are friends or foes.
Mm-hmm. So far, nothing you've said has been, too alarming. I will protect this realm. I will protect these lands.
The
That
mandate
much.
of the Rage Mother is very familiar to those who are already in her service.
Actually, there is one other question. I can't believe it slipped my mind. How did I get this power in the first place?
Yeah.
We've been thinking too much about the future, but let's talk about the past. Why am I like this?
The Rage Mother has a reach beyond any mortal being. She selects her soldiers as individuals. Those that can serve will. Those that cannot will fall in their attempt. Brother Renok, you have been chosen. You have been picked by the Rage Mother to serve as one of her captains into the future.
Forgive me for asking, but did I ever have a choice in this?
Your choice was to either thrive or to die.
What?
And in your service,
So
you
no.
have thrived.
Yes. You realize I have thrived without the real knowledge of what I was supposed to do. I did what I thought I should have done.
When you get built-in AI,
Uh-oh.
it gives AI gives you unlimited
Ad break.
Thanks for that.
There may come a time when those things aren't intertwined anymore. You realize this, right?
Brother Renok, if you may not join us now, you may not join us, you may turn away from the Rage Mother in the future, but the eternal battle wages, and you will fight. take from here, at the very least, the information of the Rage Mother, the call of the Rage Mother. If you do not strike at these monstrosities seeking to ascend, they will strike at you. Your fate is sealed one way or another. The Rage Mother only needs to watch. That is the call of the Rage Mother. She gives purpose. It is up to us to realize her visions.
I just clean my face and just have this very loud, hearty laugh. Oh, I suppose all in the name of glory, right?
Eternal glory will be
Yes.
yours if you satisfy the Rage Mother.
Eternal
Your name will echo
glory.
the halls of Valhalla for eternity. You'll be a legend not just in your own time, but in all times.
Yes. I will do what I must, but I won't quite get there as quick as I can. Valhalla, I mean. I don't want to die. Was that clear? Was that clear to everyone?
You don't want to speed your.
I want
journey.
to live.
Yes, it's very nice that you don't want to be
Are you
stupid,
looking
Renok.
up into like talking to the Rage Mother? Please, not yet.
Like, thank you for the fur coat. I want to live.
I want a long
Put the
journey, not a
cookie
short
down.
one.
A big finger comes. Anyway. All right. Well, I must admit the last bit was disconcerting. I was chosen without choice.
Just the last bit.
Again, I turn around and smile. I am dumb. I'm not that dumb. All right. Well,
I never said you.
anything
The
else?
chaplain stokes the fire and sits down, kind of breathing a sigh of relief. It is good that you have come here with a clear head and clear purpose in your heart, Renok.
I actually lean forward and look at the fire, and I wouldn't be so sure about that. I see an image of you and us fighting. I don't know what I'm going to do, and I'm worried that might put us at odds. I will do what is right, but I'm scared what is right is not what you actually want, all of you, what the Rage Mother wants. So, for now, I say we should eat something, because I am starving. How about all of you, huh? Time to eat? How about a big feast?
Where's
The chaplain
They have food.
holds out his arm, and one of the large hulking bear creatures nearby opens the tent flap, or one of the doors on the wagon, and inside is a long table full of hot food. Our resources are at your disposal.
I'm gonna
Brother
turn
Renok.
I'm gonna turn to the others and do a Will Smith
Do a what?
stuff.
Will Smith.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, I know what it is.
out of curiosity, the two guys that were straggling along with us, what's happened to them? Are they left outside? Are they with us? What's going on with them?
I thought they were
were,
left, did they not?
As you pass through like all these sentries and guards, the people behind them kind of closed up and they intercepted them, and you haven't seen them. They did not get close to this chaplain person.
Ah.
They left.
You know, the two guys behind us, are they still alive?
Intercepted
Are
them.
they okay?
No, I don't think they might have killed them. Wow.
If they're
I'm
continuing
joking.
down this road, they will be escorted past camp. They will be safe. We will watch them for a time on their road.
Glad Bob and Jimmy are okay.
That's just what we called them. We don't know what their names were.
I
Yeah.
miss Bob. He was a character. Let's go eat. What do you say, guys?
Yeah,
It's been a
strange.
while. We had warm meals.
It's early afternoon at this point. It's lunchtime. You're able to eat without any issues, problems. It's no one joins you. The chaplain remains at the fire, and the other brothers, usually large characters, large martial classes, are performing various duties around this camp.
Duties.
Do I,
Do this.
while I'm eating, can I see if anyone's paying attention to me? Anyone's looking at me, assessing me?
It's Harry Potter.
You're being judged. But the
Okay.
fighters have an
You
ability
are
where they
judged.
can
Such
they
a
can
harsh
determine
way
if
of
someone's
looking.
stronger than or not, and a lot of people seem to be weighing your strength.
You're a furry, Goldy.
I just imagine like a random guard shows up, looks at me, and just like henches like that, and just walks away.
It's like eating in
No,
prison
there's-
where everyone's sizing you up.
Yeah.
I
There's a bit more
feel
respect to it.
comfortable.
Episode 1 of Prison Break. Fish.
If you
Break.
Oh,
I need to
if you
watch
like
it.
make
Did-
eye
did-
contact with someone,
Someone say fish?
They-
Yeah, but don't watch past season 2. Like, it just
Don't
gets,
watch PS season 2.
Guys,
It is, yeah.
guys,
It gets.
Sorry,
Anyway.
come on.
back to it.
Are
Mash,
you going to use your special ability? Shut the fuck up and get going.
Your fault, Mash. Anyway, give me that fish. It's nice. By the way, guys, well, since we're all comfortable, and I'm assuming no one's prying ears are listening, what do all of you think about this?
For now, it should be fine, but I think, like you said, there could come a time. They're very black and white with their reasoning, and they don't mind just taking people's lives to get rid of something
So-
they consider to be abomination. It's very disconcerting.
It's
I
very
don't-
disconcerting. It's kind of stuff. I feel like there's some. I don't know. I get a sense there's some ominous underlying thing that we're just not quite grasping. There's something else going on that we're not. Maybe we're not quite getting.
I
don't
have
know.
to admit, I am also feeling that way too.
I trust your judgment. I
Yes.
don't think you would use your power in a bad way.
I don't sense like any
There's no-
evil intent from his words.
There's no malice, but
No.
he's not being fully forthright about something.
Yes.
This is Barovia after all.
Mhm.
You're never really gonna find a true
Yeah.
ally.
I definitely feel like their methods are more the end that justifies the means. If you have a good goal,
Yes.
it doesn't matter how you get there.
Well, either way, if you really think hard and long about it, their goals are
Mhm.
the closest ones that align to ours at the moment.
Yes,
Hmm.
agreed.
Yeah.
So, regardless, as well, we've just been able to do whatever we wanted without much intervention from them. They just basically asked us to come by.
And if we need any kind of assistance, they have given that blessing too. That's
Well,
all.
that's a contingency. That's not a blessing.
Well, obviously we can't do anything all willy-nilly, but something that furthers their causes, well, maybe we can figure out a way to...
I will
rationalize
reserve my rights when they show up when we need them, because that has not happened yet, and trust is built on that. For now, a lot of us have shared interest with visiting those stinking pirates, and a lot of things will come to a head
Thinking fire.
if we
He's not wrong, they are
can
Mash, you don't actually
dispatch
smell.
something to do with that. That will help us a lot.
We've been in the sea for a long time. I get it.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
they. Well, Mesh doesn't swear anymore because he's been with us nearly a while.
I mean,
Yeah,
how,
the salt's probably messed
To
with
be
their
fair, I
sensors.
precipitate myself every morning.
I mean,
Oh, well, there you go.
How could they have baths on the ship? Where would they get the water from?
Yeah, but dude, they're not out on the open sea anymore. Like, come on.
There are more ways to clean yourself than water.
Let's just eat and get out of here.
Yes. Where's that fish, Mesh? You lying? Oh God. Oh, I guess I'll
The-
just do this.
chaplain,
Smells like burnt hair in here.
the chaplain
Hey.
remains at the fire, watching the flames flicker. The other brothers move about the camp, performing their duties. You are free to leave if you want.
Is Peya here at the moment, or is he out and about?
You don't see Peya.
If we were to come back, would we be welcomed?
Yes.
Good.
I am going
Think about that
to,
one.
if the chief will allow, or whatever the head shaman. Can't remember what you had said that their title was. Chaplain.
Chaplain.
I'll head towards the front of the chaplain before we leave and just say, I don't have anything to offer in return for this, but I have a request.
I will hear your request.
If it's not too much to ask, I like reach into my back like I'm gonna draw a weapon, and I kind of like raise one of my hands to show that I don't mean anything, and I kind of like unclip a flask, and I hand him like it's a very thin alchemist bottle with a cork already in it. It's empty. I would really appreciate having a vial of your blood to study.
I'm gonna back him, get behind Janus and say, you can trust him. He has no malicious intent.
I'm trying to do something with a lot of different things, and I really don't like the Driscoll family, and so if there's anything I can learn from your blood, it would be helpful.
He is a possible candidate, if we're being honest.
If you bite me, I swear to anything, I will ascend, you motherfucker.
Give me a persuasion check.
No,
Are you
this is
saying
not
that to
gonna go
me?
well. Yeah, to you.
I think I'm the one you need to be worried about.
I'm not gonna bite. Why would I bite you?
You said a candidate, and he is very much not about that sort of shit.
Okay, I have no desire to get to bite you. You probably don't taste too good right now.
Right. My
Right
persuasion
now.
is absolute
Yeah, I'm
dog
gonna-
water.
He probably has. He told me he has radiant blood, so even if that's a myth and it's not true, I don't want to try it.
Okay, it is just whatever rolls on the dice, which is a 14.
If your actions are what Brother Renok wishes, I will give you what you need. And he pulls out a knife and like draws a deep gash in his arm, like significantly more than you need, and his blood just pours into this vial.
Yo.
I'll vial
Janus,
him
did you
more
need
if
much?
if he just lets it keep flowing. I'll see if I can get 2 full flasks if he just lets it go.
Let's get another flask. And there we go.
After the
What?
second flask,
What's
he
more?
clenches his hand, and there's a burning of fire that cauterizes the wound and closes it up behind it.
I appreciate your trust in us. You didn't have to go that far, though.
Being able to have something to always protect myself.
I hate this.
This episode was sponsored by.
Can I try to like cup a little, like secretly, like somehow, like get my hand in there and like.
This episode was sponsored by Medicaid. Please take care of yourselves with any
Are
gushing
you-
wounds.
Cari, are you actually trying to get?
Secretly, yeah. Trying to sneak it in there.
Oh,
Oh,
well.
you're actually tasting
Alright,
wolf.
give me a-
bear
Yeah,
blood.
just because
check.
he's not one of my party members, and if blood is gushing out, then maybe I can accidentally get it on my hand.
Yeah, give me a sleight of hand. Janus is there. You'll try to.
Not the greatest.
I'll just like step forward and like while you're doing your thing after that and
Okay.
use my appreciation as your as your cape.
Cover?
Yeah.
That's a 13. Not the greatest. Not the worst.
You were able to get a few drops. You kind of, get close to Janus, and as this, scar is cauterizing, you're getting in there at the last second here, so you get a little bit. The blood is.
Tastes gamey.
Cari, do I see you do this?
What's it taste like?
What's your passive?
She's not trying to hide it from the group. She just doesn't want him
Oh
to see.
god, it went really dark here.
Renok is noticeably shocked and somewhat offended by you.
I'm just hungry. She hasn't eaten all day, and you guys just had a feast.
Chaplain will, or he'll talk to the chaplain once more, and basically just kind of reach into his tunic and grab that little insignia that he had with his companion back at the manor, and just say, "You've done me a good service today, and the future of the Ghost Slayer Order owes you one."
We will respect your wishes. Kind of says, okay.
Oh,
We
thank
will
you very
rely
much.
on you if
He'll
we
do
need
it
it.
like this for the blood loss.
I'll donate some bloods to your research.
I'll ask y'all later. he gives Maefyre a wink as he turns around and walks away.
I have so many vials, guys.
Yeah. I was gonna say, as we're leaving,
I'm a blood bank, baby.
Yeah. As we're leaving, I would like to, Janus, have I given you any of my blood? It might help with the Driscolls.
Do you have? Okay, I'm not
In
there,
your
but I'm just
research.
wondering if you actually
No,
have
you
blood.
can. I'm not trying to talk in front of them. I'm
Just save it for the
okay.
trip
Janus.
back. Well,
Yeah.
he'll just be like, just wait until we get out of camp and we can talk about it.
Before we leave, as if we're at the entranceway, I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna take out my thunder wave hammer and just raise it to the sky. Hopefully, like a little crack will appear and go.
You just get fried.
For the rage, mother! Ah!
What are you,
Still not used
Thor?
to this.
People kind of look at you.
Clearly not.
Who is he?
Do they react?
No.
No. Well, well, that was my glory-seeking moment. I'm telling you, I'm gonna go.
You would know you haven't earned their respect yet.
Well, this was bolstering into nothingness. That's fair.
Some
Can I-
kid in the
can I
back
ask a
like, you didn't do
question?
anything yet.
Can I ask a question to that leader? What's that guy's name? The leader guy.
The chaplain.
The
Chaplain. Yeah.
Charlie Chaplin.
I'll say, quick question. What exactly is the Rage Mother? Is she a god, a demigod, a special
mother?
being?
A semi-demigod?
Or,
A three-quarters god.
because
Just
I've
an angry mom?
I don't feel like I've
100.
heard of any other followers of this. What is she, a being?
Could
To
be
us, the
another name
Rage
for the
Mother
Wild Mother.
is a voice from beyond who gives us purpose. She walked the material plane once, but has ascended to another form that I don't understand.
Is
All
it
I
my
know
lord?
is she speaks to me still, and the Brotherhood responds in kind to her words. We serve absolutely.
And
Cute.
in return, what does the Rage Mother do? Does she give you certain boons, abilities? Is your ability to transform into bears from the Rage Mother?
Yes.
Is that the main thing?
When a devoted brother dies, in their bear form, as you say.
Mm-hmm.
They will be reborn in that same form, but with their mental facilities merged. Their two consciousnesses. She gives us life anew once we die for the first time.
Okay, got it. So, is one born with the ability to transform into a bear, or does one acquire that ability later on from the Rage Mother?
Brothers acquire their abilities in various ways. Some can do it naturally, others have to be trained to do it.
And you say brothers, is it only males who can transform into bears?
That's a good question, actually.
No, the Brotherhood does have females in it.
It's just a name.
Just the name.
Oh, okay.
Brothers.
I just wonder, since obviously I'm just taking what you're saying. I'm taking what you say. I'm taking what you're saying literally. So, just curious. Can a person earn an ability to transform into a bear from the Rage Mother? I seem to be getting from what you're saying.
You would make a cute little bear.
Do you want to pledge yourself to the Rage Mother?
I want to do no such thing.
There is a process of accepting the rights of taking on the chains of the Rage Mother, where those interested in ascending, not the ascension that we spoke of earlier, but ascending into the ranks of the Brotherhood is possible.
I think it's good to know one's options, but thank you. I'm quite devoted to Lord Kellenvor.
Big Daddy K.
I appreciate the devotion. Maybe misplaced, but I believe all find their own way through life.
Thank you for answering my questions.
Off to the side, I want to say, I wonder if we should start calling Kalimvor something else, like Palimvor or
Excuse me?
Here, because they associate Kalimvor with things that you don't associate with. So when you say his name, they think of things that are blasphemy to you. So perhaps if you used a different name, then you could teach the real teachings.
I think I can do that without changing the name. I'm quite aware that they are blasphemous. I think maybe I can just correct people. I really don't know what's going on with the
Education is the way that you change things.
Quite. I really don't think. I think changing the name. I think it. I mean, if it's just to satisfy me, because their beliefs are blasphemous. I already know that they're blasphemous. So I would think there's much benefit in changing it, and I will attempt to educate people and lead them to the truth of Lord Kellenvor.
Okay.
You're kind of packing up. Your friend Pepper was allowed into the camp, but he kind of just stayed with his wagon.
Oh, that's nice.
Who's Pepper? Oh, the guy that...
The old man.
He's the pronouns dude.
Oh, yeah.
The who where guy.
Yes.
Well, whereabouts we going next? If you'll have me, that is.
Well, I'm not going to lie to you. We're going to go to pirates. We are going to go see pirates. Is this something you're okay with?
As long as there's food there.
Well, there will be food. There might be some danger, but I mean, you could stay with the wagon. He has a wagon, right? You said he has a wagon.
Did Pepper eat with us, by the way?
He stayed with the
A
wagon.
plate was brought to Pepper.
Oh, that's nice. Good.
Yeah. So he might Oh, I don't know. I'll say this in character. I'll say yeah. I mean, you can travel with us. There's gonna be some danger, but if you help us out, we'll help you out too. Have a give and take, so to speak.
Oh, you got a bit bigger list than me, Mesh. But yeah.
Well, we got 2 routes. We can go back to the north through where that town used to be, or we can go through the east through the graveyard. Both are about the same distance. Both kind of wind around a bit. You have any preferences?
Look. We haven't traveled down the east path, have we?
We've gone through that way, I think. That's the
You
graveyard.
went through the graveyard. You didn't go all the way this way, though.
Yeah,
Mm.
we haven't
Which
done
way are you
this
looking
path
at?
before, but we have gone to the
Yeah.
graveyard.
Huh?
Yeah.
Can you ping the map? I don't know what you're talking about.
It's row 20.
Oh yeah. I'm looking at roll 20. Yeah. Okay, I can see the pings now. Thanks.
So, then,
So we can go.
Oh, so we
we
haven't
haven't
been
used this
there.
path yet,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
but we've been to
Okay.
this place before.
We did go there. You said that's a graveyard.
Yeah, we went
You
in
remember where
here.
we?
came this way.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you
from
did
the
pick
windmill.
later, and then went to see the angel rather than.
Then we did
the
this.
mirrors.
Mm.
Yeah.
Cool. A little bit. There we go. Well, I wouldn't mind
So
going
path
east.
to the east then.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. I need someone to roll a d20 for the day's travel.
Can we
Me.
take a break?
Yes, we
Can
can
I
take
roll
a
it?
break.
Before we do
Roll
that,
and then
Carrie.
Wait. I'm gonna roll it now.
Roll. Carrie, I was gonna say, you realize the reason why I didn't really appreciate you taking that blood is because I've been offering it to you this entire
Yes,
time.
yes,
And you
I
just,
do.
come on.
Do you? I mean, you're welcome to ask. My answer is Cari is she's not going to take blood from any of her party members.
No, you didn't
And your party
specify that
member.
last time, man. You said you didn't want to turn to a bear. I remember that
Yes.
those words.
That's true. My thoughts have changed over the days, and I know more about you. I'm not scared I'm going to turn into one. You know. And
Well, that's
I
very
thought about
progressive of
taking
you,
blood
isn't
of
it?
you. Yes, but I was
one turn
really,
into
really
a bear?
hungry, and somebody was spewing delicious food right in front of me.
Well, that's understandable, and you should do that. That's fine. I'm still mad at you.
Yeah, you can still be mad.
I mean, the way
Go
you
pout over there.
explained it doesn't. I'm not sure you could turn into a bear just by drinking the blood of
Yeah.
someone.
Well,
who
we'll
can
find
catch
out now, won't
It's
we?
Well, I think if it was that easy,
Harumph.
everybody would do that instead of this rage mother devotion nonsense.
Yeah.
Well, to be clear, from what the chaplain said, the Rage Mother gave this power. I doubt it had anything to do with the blood itself.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
another reason why,
You're
like,
safe.
after I heard the more info, I'm like, oh, okay.
You can
That should be
drink the blood if it's being offered. If it's being offered freely.
If I am
Yeah, that's
starving to death,
Mhm.
maybe I'll take some of your blood, but I really don't want to. I don't want to bring the temptation of having options to take your blood because, like, I can hear and see your guys' heartbeats. It's
Well,
already a temptation.
I guess that's fair,
Question.
and that's fine. I'm just hurt as a friend, okay?
I have a
Okay.
question. Can you actually starve to
For
death?
your own good.
Because are you not already dead? How would you starve to death?
I can
Vampires
become
go
feral.
feral.
Do you remember those feral creatures?
They don't
that
die.
Oh, okay, but that's not the same thing.
I mean, I'm not gonna turn into it if I don't have blood for a couple days. Like, I'll be fine.
You'd turn
It's
into one of
always
those
gonna be
things
feral.
we encountered. Okay,
Yeah.
that's unpleasant.
I know,
Also-
right?
Also, apologies, Carrie. You were on the break. I just jumped in there.
Oh,
Are we going on a break now?
Yeah.
I just thought it was a good timing.
What was the d20 for the travel?
It was 13. I'm sorry, it wasn't a good one.
You don't know that.
You don't know.
2 13s
Alright.
today.
Oh, I guess I don't know, but I guess it's like right in the.
It's an unlucky
middle,
number.
sort of. I wasn't even thinking of like that. I was just thinking of,
But
like, it wasn't
they cancel each
high.
other out because we rolled 2 of them. Double
Did we?
negative.
Yeah.
Cancels each other out. Yeah.
Oh, you were talking to me.
Well, we'll be back in, let's say, 10 minutes.
Mhm.
All right. Yes.
At the
Alright.
17.
I have to get a drink.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just dancing. I'm dancing. I'm dancing.
Can you hear the bells, by the way? Can you?
Oh,
you
they're
can't
in my
hear the
head right
bells?
now. Yeah, because
There's a big church with all these like
of
these, like, I don't know if someone's
Notre
having a wedding or whatever. These bells have been
Huh.
going this whole time. You can't hear it though. I guess it's the noise cancelling. You can't hear it, but yeah, it's like church bells are going. in the
clearly,
background.
Jodie, you're late for your own wedding. Go, go, go.
I thought it was a wedding. I don't know what it is. Okay, I'm going to the toilet.
All right. I'll be right back
Maggie,
to.
I sent
Oh,
the video of the fire in Tarzan General.
Okay. Give me 2 secs. I'll be right back.
Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm.
I think the wolf tribe
ask
was
him
something
about
of the fur.
Okay. Yeah, you can just
Oh,
ask
the
the main character, Cari.
There's also another faction I can't remember now. The feather one with the, is it the Order of the Crow? No. I don't have anything on that.
Back. I'm thinking maybe that they're practicing ringing the church bells. This has been going on for like 20 more than 20 minutes now, and every now and again it sounds a bit off. So I'm thinking like at some point you must have to practice, like all getting into sync, ringing the church bells, right?
Potentially.
Like, because you have to. It's like
Or
you're all playing an instrument together, right? So you have to practice.
or it's closed and some kids got in just messing about.
They're not messing about. They're doing. It's like it's a. whoever's doing it, they're bringing. You can't just get into like a. How would you just get in there and get into the where the bells are? What's it called again? A belfry or something, or whatever it is.
Called breaking and entering. People do that.
No, it's different. They're definitely like they know what they're doing. They make it's like a little tune they're doing. But yeah, I don't think any of you can hear it.
I think I heard it like a tiny bit while you were talking just now.
I'd have to turn off the noise suppression.
It's fine. I don't need to hear it. I know what bells sound like, Jodie.
Yeah, maybe you can't hear it, but anyway, yeah, I think they're practicing. I think that's what it is.
What?
Huh?
You just saw the video? Is that it?
No.
What video?
No. Hold on a sec.
What videos are you sending each other?
Give me a sec. Okay, my chef sent me something, and I need to ask you questions.
Oh, okay, something to do with the campaign, or maybe what the
I have questions.
the bear people. What are the bear people called? Are they just humans who turn into bears, or they like got an extra? Like, are they a certain race or
Good.
something?
God.
But they're all humans, right? Or
Mesh,
some of them elves or something like that.
the fuck? Mesh, half hour ago, a car went into a tree back first. It's on IG1, IG3. What? That car's gone. It's not even a car, it's just a seat. But we're getting a lot more of these. Another house was on fire today, yesterday or something.
Yesterday.
What is happening?
Where you live.
We just heard the bells just now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They're good. I think maybe they're practicing. And I was trying to think. There's a word for like ringing church bells. There's like a actual term for it, but I've forgotten what it is.
Did you send it to me on Instagram? Oh, it's in general, isn't it?
Literally told you 3 times.
Abandoned house on fire in Green Lane, Good Mace. Is that the same one?
Abandoned house. So so it sounds like arson then.
Yeah.
In Tarzan General.
I know. I'm going through the things. BMW on fire in Cranbrook Road.
Not on Instagram, on
Dude,
Tarzan
I'm going
General.
through the stories to tell you.
Why is your area on fire?
I don't know. Mesh, I'm just telling you random stuff. That's all.
Oh dear.
Okay, give me a quick sec.
So is that house still on fire? Is the house still on fire then?
No.
They put it out. Yeah.
It might have been squatters or something.
Definitely sounds like arson, unfortunately.
Right now I can finally look at the thing. General. Play. Oh, that's the BMW thing that I just saw. So this is.
I saw it live. I saw it start live in front of me. I was gonna go left over there, Magi. This is the first left after Cranbrook.
Oh, yeah, I recognize it.
I was gonna go left and grab the fucking Esper and Dragonite quest right there, and I was like, oh nope, that's a sign. I'm not going there anymore.
Oh, so it was the fire was where you was gonna. Did you see smoke or whatever?
Jodie, check Tarzan General.
Oh, Tarzan General.
Let me go back to the Instagram version because Yeah, so it's a car going by, passing it by. Oof.
Oh, is it all the way at the bottom? Damn. Oh, is this your video that you saw? Did you film that? Damn. Oh my god.
Why didn't you submit it?
I don't want to upload stuff on Instagram.
Submit it to where?
So just to be clear, 45 minutes ago, it has been doused.
Yeah, it's properly on fire.
And
oh, no.
has it been moved?
Wait, was this like an accident or was this arson as well? Or suspected arson?
This was
This has to be
ignition by leak.
Yeah.
Ignition on a leak or something like that.
Because look at the
Oh.
flames.
So the driver got out,
Excuse me.
checked under his car, and the floor was kind of like on fire from leakage. Then
Oh.
it started to catch the engine, and then the hood started burning up. By that time they had gotten a fire extinguisher from the nearby, I think, real estate place. Is that what that is? And then one of the dudes nearby was helping him try and put it out.
Oh, okay. So this was before the fire brigade.
I remember.
Yeah, and then
Rob was saying a while ago, like, do I live in a bad area because you keep hearing sirens? And I said to him that no, it's because there's a fire station right next to me. That's what the sirens are.
Oh,
That's not the case anymore. There are sirens all the
Ilford
time.
is a fucking bad area.
What was that post that said that you can't go a day without seeing or hearing 2 or 3 police cars around? It's true. I went to see my brother.
That's the case here as well. I think we have a lot more ambulances in this area.
Really?
So it takes me 40 minutes from where my brother is to come back home. If I were to take the bus, that one journey, I remember seeing 3 police cars in 3 separate locations and an ambulance.
Were they chasing things? Because like
no,
they
were all
here,
parked.
but they're not.
They were all parked up, and then they were dealing with something. Each one of them.
I have seen close to downtown where we are. Like I've seen like people like putting people on stretchers at different buildings.
Why are they getting into stretchers?
I don't know.
Wait, people are getting into. Ooh.
Like a person at a time.
Okay.
Like it just like I've seen like 2 events, but I had never seen people actually bringing people out before until recently. But yeah, we have a lot of ambulances in this area. We also have a lot of old people, and they call if they have the flu. So there's that.
Yeah. Are you near a hospital or a care home?
No.
There's just a lot of old people in Japan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
The next picture on IG1, IG3 is just the cooked version of the car now.
Yeah, that's basically it. All right, that's enough about fire.
I'm glad no one
Cari.
was harmed.
Yeah, the driver got out. Where did you put the picture? I don't see it.
It's on Instagram. Just look for IG1, IG3.
Okay, Instagram.
All right, let's go back to a much better place of Barovia.
Where everybody's starving.
Way
Much
better in
better.
Barovia.
Everybody's trapped and starving.
Let's
We're going down
escape
a
to a
roll.
worse world.
With a roll of 13. What is happening?
Who are we
On
fighting?
your road, you find a cart camped alongside. You get through most of the day, and you're kind of at the. You get to around here, and
It's not an old lady, is it?
a cart at the top of the ridge is perched overlooking the vista below, and there is a woman with long unkept black hair in a pale complexion. Her clothes seem a little bit worn and weathered, but she carries herself with an air of quiet determination. Her eyes are kind of wide, and she watches you kind of like with a certain amount of fear as you approach. And she is sitting on a small stool with an easel in front of her, and she is painting.
Have we met this person before?
You have not. You don't recognize her.
Okay.
Can we see what she's painting from where we are?
It seems to be a picture of the valley, and a few of her other paintings are strewn about. But you notice that there's strange things in them. They're a little bit bizarre and unnerving. Some of the trees, you know, in the landscapes aren't just trees. They look like they're people that have been trapped inside the trunks. There's handprints and other signs of distress in these pictures. The mountains, you know, they have the rivers flowing out of them, but rather than, you know, just rivers collecting water naturally, the mountains seem to be bleeding. And the skies have cracks in them with tendrils of things coming through. Grotesque creatures from nightmares claw their way out of these canvases.
They're not moving, are they?
If you look close enough, one seems to move and then doesn't move anymore.
Wait, did only Mesh see that, or was anyone else able to catch it?
Mesh was the only
You
one
could all
asking.
see it.
Ah, okay.
We all saw it move.
One of the paintings, you know, out of the corner of your eye, saw it move, and as you glanced to it, didn't move any further.
Okay, so we're not like... Is it one of those things where you're not sure if it's your imagination or it actually happened?
Not sure.
Got some talent for creepiness.
No, I suppose. I just paint the world as I see it.
You see the world like this?
I see the world as it is. I paint the world as it is.
Do you see things that we're not seeing? Because your paintings very mysterious and intriguing, but it doesn't look like what we're seeing, or at least what I see, with these kind of twisted trees and kind of monsters and things like that.
Well, perhaps it's just an artist's eye. I can see things, I can see details and things that are necessary to be able to paint perfect pictures of things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if you're not a baker, you can't, you know, taste every spice in every food you eat. It takes a certain skill to be excellent at painting. So you may not see these things, but believe me, they're there.
Is there any way that you think that ordinary people like us would be able to see these things too?
I've spent my whole life practicing art, painting, and trying to see the whole thing. It's a lifetime of devotion to get to this point. I would appreciate if you didn't diminish my craft. To think that it could be a remedial course in painting.
My apologies. I wasn't really trying. What I was really trying to say. I was just wondering if a person could learn to see what you see. I wasn't suggesting that it was a short endeavor or an easy endeavor.
Well, as I said, it would take time. Perhaps with training, it could be learned.
Is there any portraits around?
You don't see any. Not outside, at least, but the door to her little wagon is closed.
Excuse me, miss. I can't help but notice that all of these are just landscape photos. Do you do anything else?
You're looking for something with a subject or a portrait of someone?
Not looking, just asking.
If you would like, there's a few in the wagon. It should be open. You can take a look.
I'll like motion mesh to come with me.
Yeah. I'll join.
Then I'll like point to Renok and just say like kind of do the little eyes, like look around while we go inside. Keep watch.
I'll come in with you.
Won't be long.
You the door to this little wagon creaks. You kind of step on the step and the cart's, suspension groans unhappily. You open the door and you see Strahd von Zarovich staring at you
Wait, what?
in a near perfect replication of his likeness, is staring at you from a canvas inside
Oh,
her wagon.
Of his,
Okay.
I was confused.
of his ghost likeness, of his alive likeness.
No.
His alive likeness.
It's like his life
He's
like
standing on the steps of a fully intact Castle Ravenloft.
oh, this was
And
painted a
he's
long time
staring
ago.
down at you. And you feel exactly like you felt when you were with him. Diminished in some ethereal way.
I wonder if this was painted by that woman. I didn't get that. Let's say let's say I'm still outside talking to her. Because I don't think I went with them. So I was just like, oh, my name's Maefyre, by the way. What's your name?
You can call me Vasha.
Nice to meet you, Vasha. Are you a professional painter by trade?
Yeah. By trade, out of necessity.
So your paintings are for sale then? For anybody that has enough coin.
If you want one, you can take one.
Mind if I take a look around?
Be my guest.
Okay. I'm just gonna sort of look through her paintings, see if anything catches my eye.
You're looking through these landscapes and you're seeing some of kind of the past. You see these pictures of the landscape. You see Castle Ravenloft fully assembled, and you see others with the rise, the ramp up to it, and so you can see different pictures from different times. And there's others that you don't recognize. There's pictures of times that aren't the past or the present.
Does it look like they were painted here, but there's some things different, or do you mean it was like a completely different area?
It looks like it's Barovia. It's this
Right.
land, but it's just not of a time that you have recognized.
Right. Can I ask, was her name Vasha?
Yeah.
Can I, Vasha, these paintings here, I don't quite recognize this. I mean, it looks like Barovia, but something seemed off. When were these painted? I don't recognize some of the things in the picture.
Oh, they were painted a while ago, but you might not recognize them because perhaps they haven't happened yet.
I knew it.
Do you mean to say these pictures are foresight? Are these your premonitions?
When you see the way I do, I see things not just as they are, but I see the potential. I see what they can be, what they have been. I see a lifetime. I see the entire strand of things as I look.
So these are potential futures.
I suppose.
And these ones of the past. I mean, I have never, with my own eyes, seen the castle intact, as well as the ramp here. This must have been a very long time ago. Perhaps when Strahd was still alive. But my understanding was this was decades, if not hundreds of years ago.
At the mention of the word Strahd, her brush kind of jerks. She says, what do you know of Strahd? Kind of ignored the rest of your question.
Strahd? Well, I didn't know him in life, but I've met with his spirit, which haunts the castle. He's still around. He's bound to that ground. It doesn't seem like he can leave there.
Perhaps I need to see the full majesty of Strahd to capture him perfectly.
What do you mean by that? To go and see his ghost?
Yes, I think I might make my way there.
These paintings you painted, they were all painted by you?
Yes.
Are you an elf, or can I see? I don't know what race she is, or what. Could you like tell me if I can see she's an elf or something? So she looks like a human. With a normal human lifespan. I'm guessing that this was. I mean, she'd have to be like really old to have painted these herself, right? I mean,
impossibly old, in fact.
Yeah, I'm sure it's in the region of hundreds of years. Did you really paint these with your own eyes, or are these? I don't know how to say this. I mean to be unkind, but are these your interpretations of what the castle would have looked like when it was intact? As long as the ramp. Did you paint this from stories? But other people have told you about, and your educated guesses as to what the castle looks like.
If I could paint from stories, that would be truly a remarkable feat. I just paint things as I see them.
Could I quickly do a divine sense while they're talking?
Sure. Let me see what you were able to see. First divine.
As an action, you can detect good and evil until the next your turn, blah, blah. But you can also sense anything affected by a hallow spell, and you know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
You do sense evil, and you sense it coming from the painting of Strahd. It is a perfect likeness, after all.
Not from the portrait she's drawing.
You feel it from Strahd.
Does it feel the same as the normal Strahd, or is it a different feeling?
You feel the evil of Strahd.
Okay.
That is what you sense the evil, and it feels the same as when you encountered him.
While we're
I haven't actually seen it, so I don't know what's in there either.
Is there any other paintings on the inside?
Yeah, on the inside, I think we'd be like checking through the paintings and trying to get a sense that is this some sort of magical painting or a mirror kind of thing into you're looking at a frozen Strahd or something like that.
The picture of Strahd winks at you.
What the fuck?
Ugh.
Doesn't matter if it's on a piece of paper or in ghostly form. I just want to cut his neck.
Don't worry. I have I'm one step ahead of you, and she's fishing out her bag, and she pulls out an ink pen.
No, we don't ruin other people's property
Oh,
without
no.
permission.
He doesn't
In
deserve
response to
have a
Janus, though,
likeness like
Strahd's
this.
portrait kind of like
Draw him a little
lifts his
moustache and
neck
glasses.
and shows his neck, kind of asking you, like,
Fine.
try it.
A unibrow. A unibrow.
Draw him a
Right there on his
and
face.
a little evil goatee.
And a little goatee. I'm just gonna make it subtle.
The biggest
paint over
punishment
it.
is that he's stuck between 4 pieces of wood as a vampire.
Camilla,
but
as you
you don't want your
get-
likeness disgraced.
But Sean, guys,
Camilla, as
beautiful
you get
bit.
close to this portrait, there is a black tendril that shoots out of an ink pot near you and grabs your wrist, holding it, and the tip of your pen is a millimeter from the canvas. Outside,
again,
you can
death
hear
is a-
Vasha. Don't do that.
Okay.
Oh.
She's not looking. She's outside, or she.
Whatever.
She's talking with you, Maefyre. She
Okay.
mid-sentence, she said, just interrupted herself to say, "Don't do that," and then continued talking with you.
Fine, whatever.
But she's not even looking, and she knew. Well, she's using some type of. I mean, like, if a tendril comes out of a ink
Oh,
pot.
I've told you, I see everything. All actions, past, present.
Did I see the ink monster thing?
No, this is
From
just
where I am.
inside.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm inside with them.
So I don't know what happened.
I still don't know that it's Strahd's picture. All I know is that there's some kind of evil in there.
No, you'd recognize him, wouldn't you?
He's
No,
not in
He's
there.
I'm not in
outside.
there. I sense it. I don't know.
So you're
That's
outside.
why. Yeah.
Well, maybe you should.
Well, I'm kind of between you and them, to be fair.
Let's see.
Hey, Mesh, look at this. And I
With
like...
your intent changed, the ink, snaps back into the jar, and the little lid spins it, and you hear the little glass spinning in a circle type of sound as it settles back down once more.
Okay.
I hold.
She spits at the base of the portrait and then harumphs out.
Are you in a? Never mind.
Is Strahd's the only painting that felt anything strange inside? Or are there any other paintings inside that seem off?
Janus is holding one that's a little bit away from Strahd in the other section of the back. It's staring at one, kind of picks it up a little bit.
To you, Meshadieme, nothing is standing out. A few more landscapes. It seems to be the only person very clearly represented. A few of the other pictures have people in the background. Nothing, no other portraits like Strahd.
Chef, in the painting that I'm looking at, does it have movement in it?
If you watch really closely, you can see, a character will stop and itch his nose, and then go back to the pose.
Does it look familiar or does it look new?
It looks exactly like you remembered it.
Can I look at these paintings and see if it's the painting or the page itself or the ink that's doing this weird sensation? Is it an enchantment or
Give me
the
an
act of painting?
How about an Arcana check?
Not bad. 18.
You know, you're expending all of your effort here to tell if this thing's magical or not, and everything logically is telling you it's just a painting. But then you'll be standing, staring at it, and the painting will just feel alive for a glimmer, for a moment.
Hmm.
Feel like the painting was real.
Almost feels like a window into a different time.
Do you have any paintings of the Driscoll Manor?
Yeah, I think you can find them in that pile over there. She directs you to a pile, and you can find a picture of the manor. You could see it's not the not Xavier, but a different lord and lady standing in front of the manor with, you know, the typical wealthy person picture with all of the house staff all lined up in front.
That's paper. Do I recognize anybody in the picture?
You recognize the butler.
The butler. Oh, it's the same butler
It is the same butler.
whose name I don't remember. It was what was the name?
Yarush?
Yeah, I knew it was
Mariusz.
Mariusz.
Mariusz. Oh, I recognize the butler here, but no one else. Since I don't recognize. This must be. Well, I asked her. Exactly when was this painted? Because this is not the current lord and lady of the Driscoll Manor.
97 years ago.
97 years ago. Wait, hang on. I have so many questions here, and I'm thinking in my head, oh, well, hang on, how old is she? I'm like, how old is Mariusz then? What's his name? Is it Mariusz? Whatever, Mariusz. I know this gentleman here. He's the current head butler of the Driscoll Manor. This is 97 years ago. How old is he then? Oh, by the way, Mariusz, is he a human, or is he another race? I can't remember. I feel like he's just a human.
He was human.
He's human. I feel like people around here have the humans have extraordinarily long lives, because I didn't think humans typically lived past 100. But yet, I mean, if you painted this with your own hands, either you was very young then, a toddler, and very old now.
Oh, I painted it last week.
Wait. Last week? You said this was 97 years ago.
I just came from Driscoll Manor. I painted a few pictures of that area. The mountains behind it as well.
So you had a... Well, this is how you see things. Is it like a vision or something like that?
I saw things as they were. I painted them.
Do you know the name of the Lord and Lady? The names of the Lord and Lady in the picture?
No.
No. Well, how do you know it was 97 years ago then? That's quite precise.
Well, when I paint, I have to pick a particular snapshot in time. If you could combine multiple, but it just wouldn't make sense. So I just remember I pour the time into the paintings, and so I have a distinct memory that one was exactly 97 years old.
Ah.
Do you mind if I interject, Jodie?
Sure.
I'm just going to approach for both of you after hearing this. I have to ask, though, the painting you're drawing now, when is that supposed to happen?
This one feels soon.
You don't have an exact date? I thought you pick a moment in time. Surely you know what that moment is.
Well, it's different. The past is set in stone. It's the past. The future is... It's different. There can be many, and you can see all of them overlapping at once. Some days it rains, some days it doesn't.
So
All these minor things change the future.
So this picture, what it shows, may not happen, is what you're saying.
I suppose.
What'd you do with the pictures of the futures that don't occur?
I keep them. They sell to collectors and various people.
Do you have a
do you still have any? Sorry, Jodie. Did you used to have them? Can we
I
see
have
them?
a few from the future, yeah.
Can you show us the ones where the futures where it did come true? You must have those in a separate pile.
Where it did come true. I suppose it's those in the back.
Okay. And yeah.
You look at this. There's like a handful of canvases leaning against one of the wheels of the cart.
So it's only a handful. It's only a handful. I wanted to know that the numbers compared to like the total paintings that are there, just at a glance.
There's maybe like 30 paintings total outside on display. So in this like pile of 5 towards the back, you flick to the back and you find what you're looking for. It is just a black void, a solid black canvas. But you see things twisting and moving in it.
Huh? I'm kind of confused. What? You said this one came true. When did this happen? Where everything's black?
Not so far away. A little after soon, but there's some time yet.
So this is to come. This hasn't happened.
Oh, this hasn't happened. I thought these were ones of past that had come true.
Oh no! This one's in the future.
Is this connected to the picture that you're drawing now? Are they is one after the other?
Well, no, I just said this one is soon. That one's later.
Soon.
Not
soon. Days, weeks, months, years.
It's different. I can't.
Sorry.
I pick a point and I draw what I see.
Could I see the ones that of the futures that didn't happen? Is that okay?
Futures that didn't. No.
I mean, if you draw a picture of futures that
Ones
may
that you
occur,
drew in
you
the
must have
past
ones that have
were
not
a
occurred.
future at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can find one. She puts down her brush and washes it off, and
I just a signal.
Stands back from the one she's looking at. It's like,
I signaled to Janus.
He's still looking at a painting inside of the, like just kind of staring blankly at it for a long time.
Okay. Chamilla is sitting on a log.
You okay there, Janus?
She'll find a picture of a graveyard, and it's the graveyard you recognize from down the road. The difference is there are a few extra graves in it, and if you squint closely, you can make out your own names on a lot of these tombstones. I suppose this one didn't happen. Maybe not yet, but the exact point in time didn't line up.
Okay, I have to know, like, can you tell when the future of your painting becomes the present and the past?
I suppose if I looked hard enough, and if I went back to try to recreate one of the paintings, I could tell if it hadn't happened yet, or if it had already now been set in stone in the past.
And this is of a future that hasn't happened, but still could happen. Is that my understanding?
This one didn't happen, and if I go and look now, it would be different.
How long ago did you paint this one? Because we've only just recently got here.
Oh, I went from the graveyard to the Driscolls to here, so maybe a few weeks back, I think.
You drew
Also-
this before we arrived.
Hang on, and I nudge Renok. Renok, I told her my name, but she doesn't know any of your names. We haven't told her.
She's looking
Wait.
closer at the painting and is like, hey, those are your names, I suppose? Well, if that's how it was going to look, then that's
Sorry,
how
I didn't
painted it.
Didn't catch that. Did you say my name without me acknowledging it?
No, you.
No,
Chef said the names
She
were
just
written
said.
on the gravestones, but
Right.
we haven't told. I told her my name.
We
but
haven't
none-
told names.
n-
Right, yeah, that's fine.
Maefyre just said your name, Renok.
Hmm.
Sorry, I assumed.
No, that's me. I'll be
If
honest
that's
with you,
too familiar, let me know. But
looking at a
I-
picture
no,
of my own grave.
Yeah, it's got like our names
Mm.
and surnames on there. All right.
I don't always know exactly what I'm painting. I just try to capture it perfect.
This picture of the Driscoll Manor. Can I buy this?
Of course, it's yours.
For how much?
I don't need money. It's yours.
What
Huh?
would you want?
I feel like if I was to take this without giving you some compensation, that wouldn't be fair. And I don't like owing people favors. So how much do you want for it?
Surely you asked
If
for
you
something.
had to give me something, it would have to be something that I cannot reproduce on a canvas.
Something that you can't reproduce on the canvas. Well, how about money? How about that?
Actually, wait, before you answer. What can you produce on a canvas?
Anything. Come
No,
on.
just no. Wait. Let her answer. Let her answer.
Use your brain. You can paint
Let her
anything.
answer, please. What can you produce on a canvas?
I can paint anything I need.
Right. So, can you do someone's emotions? Can you portray someone's thoughts? What exactly can you do on a canvas?
You can capture someone's emotions. You can have a mad figure or an enraged person or lovers in the moment. That can be painted. It may not be a raw emotion, but
So no actual information then. Just the feeling that these two are lovers.
I suppose you can't. I cannot produce a perfectly raw elemental emotion. Not produce the actual being. It has to be something, a scene, a figure, something that captures that.
Okay.
Like I,
So
I
sorry,
can't
Jodie, I
paint
was fishing.
anger. It has to be someone experiencing anger.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
How much do you want for this painting? Money.
It's yours. I don't care about it.
I don't want to be indebted to you. And you record a favor at a time that's inconvenient for me.
From
Hey.
across
Pay what
the
you think
road
it's worth.
on the log she's sulking on, Camilla says, maybe you should try blessing her with a blessing from Calvor. She can't recreate that.
True. That's a good
Such-
idea.
It's actually not bad.
I can do a small blessing ceremony for you.
You okay there, Markov? Been staring at that for a while.
Yeah, this is sorry. This is Velaki when I left.
Ooh.
You see this place over here? This is where I used to live, and that park was where Sophia and I well, I mean, I fell off that jungle gym thingy, and she I chased her over to this exact tree, and she smacked her face into a branch because I tricked her. And this is the entrance, and that's the center of town here, even though it's not really the center. That's where all the gatherings were. He just kind of goes off for a little bit, like.
I just hold your shoulder.
It's important to remember things, you know? It's nice to have a little bit of a... Well, you would know better than anyone, a catalyst. It's a little bit of a jump start, if you will, for the experiment of remembering.
You wanna buy this for sentimental reasons? Just something to hold on to?
I think I'm gonna ask her to hold on to it for me. I have no reason to take it with me now. Just get damaged or broken. We're walking around in swamps and going.
We could get.
Oh,
I have a handy haversack.
How big is the
Oh, okay.
painting,
Camilla.
Chef? Is it really big, or?
No, it's, you know, a 12 by 18. You know, it's somewhat standard canvas size. The largest one is the painting of Strahd that seems to be, you know,
life size?
Like floor to
That's big
ceiling?
enough
by 5 foot.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not quite life size then.
Big
I
enough to
think-
jump out.
I want to. He jump out and he's tiny. I want to buy the one that the one of the Driscoll Manor with the all the
Vasha,
staff and the Lord and Lady. I want to purchase that one. She won't take my money, but I can.
Vasha pushes it into your hands and says,
Get out of
"Please
here."
just pay whatever you want.
Stop
pay
being a
whatever you
difficult
can."
customer out there. Let the woman give you a gift and just be off.
I'll perform a prayer. And I
That's
start
nice.
getting into my vestments and get out my small sensor, and you see me sort of preparing.
This is a nice moment. I might paint this one later.
Hey,
You have a
I start lighting some candles.
Don't paint me sulking over here.
you have a beautiful
Well, it's now facing black.
beautiful line.
towards her.
Dasha, if we asked you to paint something, could you paint it? Something of the future?
I usually don't take commissions. I see so much beauty. I have, you know, I glance at anything and I decide I must paint it. But I will hear you out though. What would you like painted?
This time I actually motioned to Janus. I think you want to come over here.
Hey, Vasha, could I have this painting?
Yeah.
Of course,
Oh, I
John.
thought
I'm just gonna
give-
go and hand it to Chamilla, and I'll just say, "That's my house," and I'll like point to this one, like a spot on the painting. Can you hold on to this for me?
Yeah, absolutely. That's your house?
Mm-hmm.
Very cute.
This is where Sophia hit her head because she was being stupid. It might bring you some joy. It was a tree.
Janus, we could get some critical information.
I just want you to hold on to this. That paint
Yeah,
that
I'll put it in my
smacked you,
bag.
I need to
Okay.
check it out.
Oh, okay. Speaking of checking things out, do you need my blood
Not now.
to study the Driscolls?
Not now.
Not now. Okay.
Just randomly.
Yes,
I'll
Renok. What is it that you
give you
needed?
some.
I'll give you some.
She-
Do you want it?
She she could actually draw a painting for us of the future, and I thought
she
out of all
offering?
of us, she
Are you offering?
Like a group? Are we doing a
I
group?
don't know if she was
I am-
offering.
I am interested to hear what you think is a beautiful point,
Me.
and you.
Yes.
out of all of us, I think
You're
Janus, you're the one who
interesting.
could probably
Oh, good.
have the most information about this. The most beautiful this point.
We're not exactly in a position for bargaining, but
Yeah, if you painted Janus, he's kind of foggy on some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
honestly, I would probably want something for Grim. His memory's the foggiest.
Actually, if you want something in stark contrast, you could paint me and Grim. And it'd be like a yin and yang sort of thing.
I mean, when you look at all of us, do you see anything that you wish to paint? I mean, you've painted us once, but that's before you knew our names, and we were inside 6 feet under into that painting over there.
The painting was interesting because that was a very somber end to a lot of otherwise interesting tendrils. So as I look at you together, interesting. So many outcomes, so many possibilities. A veritable tapestry of opportunity. Pain, suffering, joy, some confusion. The options are extensive, but
I also have a really
nothing
weird
stands
question
out.
besides that,
How
if you
about
don't
you
mind.
pick a moment that's not too far, that
Or just the present.
is just far enough that give you a little bit of joy.
Not a bad idea. Maybe a happy ending in the future.
I see one eventuality that interests me. If we meet again, perhaps I'll have painted it. Perhaps not. I'm working on one right now. I should be done soon, but I don't want to make any commitments.
I'll hand her like 10 gold and like a pouch full of grapes, because you can use grapes as pigment.
Thank you. This is useful, maybe.
Would you mind if I took a look at your paint?
She has like one of those thumb palettes, and she offers it up to you to look at it. You know, it's smeared with all sorts of different colors.
Is there any reds?
Yeah, there's a reds, and it's nearby mixed into purples and pinks and some other softer colors.
Can I do a general like consistency look at the paint to see if any of this has got like some really interesting substances in it? I'm kind of like thinking that it could be like unsavory stuff, or maybe it's got some magic content, or potentially even just like alchemical supplies that are like not normal.
What you notice is, and you get this for free, this was like a freely passed inspection check, is you're looking at these paints and you're like, where did they all come from? On her easel there's like 2 or 3 jars, but they're just like water. There's no large collections of ink or paints here.
I thought there was, or there was at least one ink pot.
There was some ink pots in the cart, but that's not what she's using to paint outside.
So outside we can just see. You said she has a palette. She's holding a palette.
Yeah, it's one of those palettes on her thumbs.
She's holding a thumb. So can we see like does she have blobs of paint on there or anything?
Yeah.
So we can see the paint there, but there's no like pots of paint or tubes or anything anywhere.
This looks different than the stuff that was in there. It also reprimanded my friend like here.
Pen ink.
Yeah, he's telling this to Vash.
Yeah. Yes. Well, that's just for writing letters and stuff inside, and I had to defend my work. I'm not going to let someone destroy something so beautiful as the painting of Lord Strahd von Zarovich.
Do you use blood in any of this?
Sounds like you got a thing for him.
No, blood isn't a good pigment. It fades.
It's true.
It turns rust red. It's not good.
Unless you don't use it for painting, yeah.
I whisper to Camilla, don't worry, and I'm sure yours is gonna turn out better than his.
I also switched to Camilla on the other way.
I approve of this. You put me in a better mood.
If blood was used, you wouldn't start licking the paint, would you?
No.
No, because it would be.
Just checking.
Well, I only ask you all these
Even the
weird
old
questions because I'm trying to come up with a alchemical solution to a very difficult problem.
She's looking at you, and then you realize she's also looking at all of you, all of the things you ever have done, all of the things you ever will do, looking in your past and in your future for any moment where you might have exactly what you're looking for all in one place. And she's
Fucking
like, kind of this
5D goggles.
all of that inspection just ended with
Boring.
I don't understand alchemy too much. It's never really been my talent.
Well, whether you know it much or not, those pigments are evidence of it. Because I don't see where the hell you're getting your pigments from.
Oh, like I said, I make what I need. When you paint so realistically, sometimes things leap off the canvas. As I said, I don't need for much. I can make most things that I need.
Nonetheless, I very much appreciate your work.
Thank you. It's always nice to have fans.
Can I give her some money?
There's the perfect image of my homeland
Even
when I
though-
left.
Take
I've already-
my money.
I've already paid her.
Smash it into her hand.
Yeah, you did the prayer.
I did
Kind of
do
just-
the prayer.
Yes, the prayer was nice. She has taken the money from Mesh and just like tucked it into a
Oh,
pocket.
okay. So he already gave her some money. How much did you give her, by the way, Mesh?
10 gold.
Okay, that's reasonable. I hold this. How big is this painting I have? Is it like that?
Which one did you buy?
The one that's of the Driscoll Manor. You can see the staff lined
Oh,
up.
that one's
on-
like maybe like 18 inches long and only like 12 inches high, so it's just a longer painting.
that.
It's about like this. I like that.
Yeah, it's a landscape. Okay, so
It's like an A5.
yeah, well, a bit bigger than A5.
Or not A5,
huh?
A3.
A2? A1? Bigger than A1. A4. Anyway, whatever it is. Can I ask Camilla, would you be able to put this in your bag of holding or your knapsack of holding? Would you be able to do me a favor?
Put it in your nappy.
Right next to Janus's painting and the grass carpet.
I'd really appreciate
Just a
it.
couple of paintings and carpet in your bag. Nothing to see here.
By the way, as I hand you the painting, Camilla, do you recognize? I mean, this looks like Marouche here, but do you recognize the Lord and Lady or anyone else in this picture? Or do you know who this Lord and Lady would be? Vasha said it was 90. This was 97 years in the past, although she painted it last week. But
Right. I'll check. Last time I was there, it was 200 years ago. So,
right, okay.
do I recognize anything?
Yeah.
Ooh, I didn't think about this.
You don't have to answer it right now. Like I said, like she's 218, so she was there when she was 18, so that was 200 years ago.
Right, yeah.
Let me
So-
pull up my
time
timeline for
is-
the Discal Manor.
So, as you can see here.
This one little figure back here, that is your father. Your father.
That's
He'd be your daddy.
that's
So when
Princess Leia and Luke.
Camilla, when you were taken from your home long time ago, Xavier is not in this picture, but you recognize Xavier immediately because he hasn't aged. The people that took you, that were with Xavier, like the people that gave him away and some of the other
Right.
peoples from the manor that night, you recognize them in this picture.
Okay.
You recognize other Driscolls that were around when you were turned.
I'll point that out. Oh, actually, this one. Yeah, they were around the time that I was kidnapped, I suppose.
Wow, really? Were they involved with your kidnapping?
Yes, it was basically you saw Janus's sister. Their intent was to have. I suppose they wanted somebody who was tall and beautiful, so they chose me first, right? But after that, sorry, I'm making myself
Smile, but
Cringe
like,
laugh.
okay. That aside, I apologize. It must be a little bit distressing to see the perpetrators of your kidnapping, no?
Not really.
No? Okay, alright, well.
It could be, but it's been so long ago, and
I'm such a callous woman now.
now I'm kind of in my nothing matters phase. So
It is beneath me.
I'm too posh to care.
Years.
Oh, okay.
I've
so
kind of given
it's
up on the
whatever.
revenge thing.
You gotta channel your inner valley, girl.
I'm just hitting
It's
vampire
whatever,
puberty.
man.
Yeah.
Just hitting vampire
I'm
puberty
in my
right
whatever
now.
phase.
Yeah, alright.
She doesn't even go here.
What would even be a vampire goth? You would have to double it up.
Yeah, okay. You'd be like ultra.
A vampire god would be the opposite. They'll try to pretend to be
Why-
normal.
Exactly.
Oh, they tried to look
Can you just
normal,
imagine a
right?
vampire goth is just one that just
Oh, hi,
trying
guys.
really too hard to get in to fit in the goth crew.
No, yeah, it's the one. It's the one that's actually not a vampire that's pretending to be one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
Secretary of the
yeah,
goth
it's,
club.
To be honest, their existence sucks for them. I don't know how to explain that in words,
Is
but
that a pun? I feel like
they
that's
don't
a
have
pun.
a fulfilling. No, but it could be. They don't have a fulfilling life, so their existence and the way they live is their own
Oh, the dinner bell.
payment.
So are they? Are they still? I mean, Xavier's alive, right? Are the others alive?
From what I remember, what we learned when we were at the manor is that they rotate. So, when we saw those coffins down below, I recognized some of the names. So they're resting, for lack of a better term, at the moment,
I
while
see.
Xavier and his wife are watching over.
I see. You look like you threw up a little bit in your mouth when you said his wife.
I'm trying to be sensitive towards Janus.
Vasha kind of chimes in here towards like in-laws, am I right?
Well, the thing is,
You've had experience?
I'm in my I could give a fuck stage, but Janus is in his rage stage, so.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I shouldn't have said that out loud. Camilla, one other question. Do you know their names, the Lord and Lady?
While
in the
you guys are
picture?
talking, Janice is just staring at you like blinking.
No, I'm trying to be discreet. I'm like, I'm looking
Apparently
up.
it's failing.
I'm trying to be discreet. I'm hoping is Janice not over there somewhere looking at the painting?
I literally
Janice is
just
having
handed
a
the
day.
painting to Camilla.
So,
Oh, no. Yeah. Do you know their names, Camilla?
I actually, as Cari, didn't write them down. I only wrote down Xavier's name. So, would you like me to make names up on the spot, Chef? Or
You don't know the names.
I don't know the names.
Well,
I
they.
don't. You know,
I have the names. You don't know them.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
I blocked their names from my memory.
Huh.
Either that or I wasn't paying
I see.
attention.
I wonder if we saw them when we went into that small chapel where we saw the
Yeah,
graves.
I think that's where they're resting.
The distinct
I recognize some of the names on it.
Oh, those graves didn't all have names on them, did they? I feel like they didn't all have
I
I
think
don't know.
they did. I could be
Did they?
wrong.
They did. They did.
Did
have
they all
names.
they all have names?
We saw
on them?
them. I actually casted a spell, see invisibility, I could see their bodies floating above each of the. So I did recognize them, I suppose you could say.
I'm just wondering, like, if we saw the names, and like, did we see them and we could we could read whatever language it was written in? I should say. Because I don't remember what those names were. Yeah, I was just wondering because obviously Maefyre, I don't recognize the Northern Lady here at all.
I'll have to go back to my notes, but I do remember Chef giving us names.
Okay.
I remember him giving us the names that were written on the.
Yeah, so we could possibly deduce a process of elimination what their names are.
And if it's a cycle, it could be whoever came before. Who's the head? At the time I was told it was the head of the house, which I assumed was the grandparents. But now that I realize that the head of the house could be who's ever in charge at the moment, I don't know which head it is.
We should go back at some point and ask Marouche since he's in this picture.
Yeah, and at the same time, we should keep in mind that she told us. Oh no, never mind. She painted this as a past event that had actually happened instead of a future event that might not.
Yeah, she said this is the past. Yeah, so presumably this did actually happen, which is why I was kind of curious about it.
Yeah, I know that in the future, Janus wants to return, and I think we should support him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, something to think about. I'll hand you the painting.
I put it in my bag.
Quick question for you, Chef. All the portraits that we've seen, have any of them been negative in the sense of it's depicted something horrible or horrific?
All of them kind of have some elements in it that are kind of disturbing, like faces screaming in the leaves of trees. If you look at something like that, cloud kind of looks like two people fighting and killing each other. Like, all of them have some weird, like, looking at the patient from a distance it looks fine, but the longer you spend at them, the more and more that you see in them before eventually you kind of like have to repulsively look away, and then the effect kind of resets.
While they're talking, I actually want to approach Vesa and just quietly just ask, I have to ask you something. I get the sense that you saw something really bad, really horrific, something you might not want to have painted, or you did paint and you just stowed away. If I may ask, what was that? Did you see?
Horrific.
I've seen everything.
I've seen everything.
Right. But you could probably draw stuff that is let's just say a little bit better than what's already here. There's something you've seen, surely. Something really, really horrific that you don't care to see anymore. What was that?
I might be desensitized when every road ends in the black void of death. All of our struggles, all of the things we do, all of our paintings, all of our lives, and there's no way out of that. And I have seen every path that everyone and everything can ever take, and they all end. That horrifies me.
Have you seen your own?
I've seen everything.
I'm gonna get up. I apologize. I'll I'll leave you alone for now. And I'll walk back to the others.
Vasha goes back to her painting. Pepper has been quietly standing nearby, just like, he's kind of creepy. Fuck. Are you guys ready to get out of here, or where are you guys thinking?
Forgot he's been here the entire time.
I did forget about him too. Are you not interested in? Are you not interested in painting the fine arts, Pepper?
They kind of give me the creeps just a little bit.
I tend to agree with you.
Well, I don't know if we're gonna, if our paths will cross again. You might do, but regardless, I do hope we meet again. Especially for that painting of ours. Good day.
Goodbye.
If you ever need a muse, you can find me.
See, she laughs.
Oh, no.
Well, we've come away with at least 2 paintings, right? Did you get one, Renok? Anyone
No,
else?
I already know what my future has. I don't need a painting to tell me.
Kind of dark. I don't think I want one.
Yeah, I agree. But this one of the Driscoll Manor is fascinating.
You continue down the mountain path, and it starts to get dark. The sun begins to set, and you get to a crossroads here, kind of at the end of the scar. That's this giant, vast open area in front of you, and just a small realization that this seems to be what Vasha was painting. But
I always wondered that.
Which one?
you guys will need to camp for the night.
Here? Next to this thing?
Well, it's up to you, but it is time to set up camp or to make that
I'm
decision.
gonna try and spot
going
if
through the
we
night.
see the tent Ratman did last time, because this is where we met him.
Yeah, can we find somewhere that has, I mean, at least where the trees are, because it's like completely open if we go near this this fissure in the ground. It's just there's just no cover.
Actually,
Fine eyes.
Kind of at the edge of the forest before the trees start to thin and stop.
Yeah.
Mesh, you look around for the brightly colored tent. It's not here.
Darn it.
Last time we
The
saw him,
Batman
he was in
tent.
the Driscoll.
no gambling.
Actually, it should be a gamble. Mesh, give me a D100.
Yeah, baby.
All right, Rob,
Only the
we
right
might have a
way.
good time here.
This is Mesh's luck with a D100. It's not going to be good.
14.
That's enough.
Oh, if this is
14.
gonna drag on, so if he is gonna be there, I just want to say, before we set up camp and everything, I'm gonna sneak into the woods and drain some blood out of a creature so that I can get
Nice.
some food, and I don't have to do it in front of Pepper. Okay, that's it.
That'll be a camping
I
thing.
see you come back and give you a look. Come on.
Would we not go hunting anyway for food? Are we not doing any hunting or anything?
Oh yeah,
Well,
I could do that.
I mean, we should get something for
Okay.
Din-Dins. Tell you
Right.
what,
Because I have that spell, but that food is.
I mean,
It's
I mean,
great.
the-
It's delicious. You guys
the-
should eat it every day.
the day's ending, and to be
You
fair,
don't have to eat it, Camilla. So
That's why I have no idea what it tastes like, so I'm assuming
It's
it tastes great.
well, it's sufficient to keep us alive and nourished, but it's not that tasty.
to be
I
fair,
see.
Camilla, none of us know what it tastes like because it doesn't taste like anything at all.
Yeah.
Well, that's it.
It does taste of something. Listen to it. It does taste of something. It's just rather bland.
I can come help with the hunting, and I don't mind.
Yeah.
Everyone who's Camilla and Renok, give me a survival check.
Okay.
You know,
Everyone who is Camilla and Renok.
they were the first who said they were going hunting.
15.
That's just how you worded it.
Oops, yeah, everyone is
Yeah.
Camilla. No.
Oh,
That's only
Sorry,
one. 15.
I go, yeah, 15. Whoop.
Hey!
I guess
Chamilla,
I'm
you can
I'll
find
go
some
hunting.
small creatures.
Yay.
Renok, you are able to throw a javelin through a deer. You have
Ooh!
some venison for
dear.
dinner tonight.
That would be a lot of food for us then, because deers are quite big.
Very true.
We're feasting tonight.
I'll just like while you're carrying everything.
Pepper
Yeah, would
is
we eat
ecstatic. He's like,
Would we be able to eat a whole? Yeah, venison, right? Would we be able to eat a whole
I'm
deer
imagining
between us?
Carrie has a squirrel in her mouth, and then here Renok is
Tail.
carrying a big venison, and he's like drops
like,
it and just
"Oh."
goes for the venison.
Violently throws it away.
Yeah, because would she
And
like
runs.
come and try and drain?
Drain
We'd have to drain the blood anyway. So
Yes.
let's say we drain the blood and we give it to Camilla.
Well,
Camilla,
yeah,
you're
that would actually work perfectly. That would be great.
yeah, we have to hang. We
But you'll
hang
have to do it
upside
subtly
down.
because we don't want Pepper to know.
We'll put it into a bucket.
My
we'll
water skin. I
drain
have a
it,
water skin. You can
or
put some in
something.
there.
Yeah.
Tell you what, Mesh.
We'll give it to you on the sly.
Yeah.
Mesh, can you distract Pepper while we get the food ready with the blood and everything?
Blood of your enemies.
Sure, I'll tell him a story about one of our violent fights, and he's just like constantly shocked about every little turn.
And then you'll never guess who came.
As soon as I hear something that times for that was me, I did that, and I go back to what I'm doing.
Yep.
Camilla, are you satisfied now? You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine now.
All right, well, let's carry up.
We're having roast venison.
Oh, delicious.
It is. Put my hard work in this. What the hell?
To be fair, you wouldn't remember eating meat before you got turned, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's just that she's being sarcastic and silly. And like obviously now the smell of it cooked would make her nauseous. But she does remember that she liked it in the past.
So you can't taste anything. Is that correct?
It turns to ash in my mouth, so
Oh, that's still a fact.
I
Okay,
taste
cool.
something.
I thought okay.
Right.
I thought when you
Well,
turned into a
what's that?
vampire, that part was lifted. As I'm
Munching on a
knowing
big-
of.
No,
Hunk
that's happened.
hunk of
The more
venison.
that I became like I am now, the
I
worse it
see.
became.
Okay. Cool.
Well, that aside, this is quite delicious, Renok.
Yes. You can even taste a bit
Good
where my
job.
spear went through. Haha. Seasoning.
That's your you eat that bit.
Seasoning.
That's your bit.
Ah,
I don't even know if we have seasonings, but let's say we have maybe some salt and pepper. Pepper has pepper.
we have pepper. Just grab
Yeah.
Pepper. Shake him a little bit.
Yeah.
Bring him out.
I'm marking that I'm doing at least like one potion conversion now every night. So we've done 2.
Mm. I
A
think-
potion conversion, or
Yeah.
making potions.
Yeah, I
I
have
think
ingredients from
last-
something and now making
Oh,
them.
never mind.
Wait, what's that?
No, go for it. What was you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna say something and then I realized what I was gonna say didn't actually happen.
Oh, okay.
Incredible. While they're hunting and Mesh is making potions, I will be putting more time into my experiments for blood concoctions and testing. But as much as possible, if I'm not doing anything for an evening, this is what I want to do. I'll be doing this like almost every day that's possible.
Got a mad scientist bit over here.
Yes, did you gave me some white mushrooms from that under the city area. I forgot what they did. Was that like paralysis or something? White mushroom.
They are tasteless but cause paralysis. Your fingers and toes were cramping up when you took a small little sample of them, making it harder to walk. You
Okay.
could brew that easily into a potion or slip into someone's drink because of their tastelessness. They're about as good as the food that Maefyre can produce.
What do you mean? That
Oh.
taste good?
Tasteless. They're tasteless about.
Taste always tasteless. Okay.
All right. Well, you are right here at a bit of a crossroads.
Literally.
As you look to plan your route the next day, there's a path that goes to the south, and you can see off in the distance some lights, like there's a bit of an encampment. You can see the west gate of Ravenloft to the east, where you encountered the large stone beings in that little cave passage. And you also remember there was a crossroads to the east that headed south towards the Serre Pool. Which way are you thinking about going?
Oh, there's no rat dude?
No, rat dude. He's not here.
Oh.
I thought that the roll positive. What was that? Yeah.
There was a chance that he was there, but
We messed up.
Oh no.
Can we take that path that sort of like goes round the what's it? How do you
the lake.
Serre Pool.
Serre Pool.
What is that? How you say it? Serre.
You don't want to go by Ravenloft again? See
wait, hold up.
happening?
Where's Raisin?
Raisin Loft?
Ravenloft?
Sorry, Ravenloft. If we went, we would have to approach from the south.
Raisin.
Can we get through that gate, that west gate?
You've been through it once before.
Okay, I guess. I mean, if everyone wants to go to Ravenloft, I mean, I say some character. I personally think it's just a waste of time. If we're gonna go somewhere, just go somewhere. We don't need a detour. If you want to go to Ravenloft, we just go.
Do I remember anything being down south
you
here?
Want to?
I don't want to.
Oh, you don't want to? Okay.
Down south here? No, not from your youth, Janus.
We could do a minor detour just to see what the encampment or wherever those lights are down south.
Whereabouts was that?
It's literally south to us.
Directly south to us?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, across the river?
Doesn't seem that we could go anywhere else but come back, so it will be a genuine detour.
Yeah, it would be a detour, yeah.
Would you like me to turn into a bat and fly over and check it out?
It'll take too long.
I mean, that's
like hours of travel to get over there.
Yeah.
Hours of travel. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
As the bat flies.
I think we should just go to the south side of the Serre Pool.
Maybe.
This is my vote.
Okay.
Yeah, like take that path that goes.
I'm with Maefyre. If we're gonna go somewhere, let's go there. If we're not gonna go there and detour, then what's the point?
Also, if we go that way, we can approach through the tree. We can approach the pirate camp through the trees from the south, and it might be a bit more. Might be a bit.
Won't know until we get there, but it's a good point.
Stealthy, yeah.
It might be. It could be.
Yeah.
I have to ask though, what exactly is our intent with the pirates? Are we being hostile? Are we there to just talk?
Hostile.
We need to find
Not a smart
Verascanthos,
idea.
and everything's pointing to us to go there.
I don't think we should approach them hostilely.
Like apparently he's there. Right?
No, we don't need to approach hostilely. Not at all.
Okay.
There's too many of them. We would probably get our.
I mean,
yes, well, they're gonna be hostile anyways because Mesh was never supposed to show his face there again, and we're going there.
This is true.
Unless we disguise Mesh.
We could put you in the ring.
Oh yeah, that's gonna work.
Maybe
it would work because they wouldn't.
Would they know about the ring?
He went with us, regardless if he's with us or not. When we show up, they know that he's nearby.
Well,
that's a very good point, I guess.
Well, we'll just say we left.
He literally left them for us. Like, what do you want him to do?
We have a negative encounter with them.
It's irrelevant. It was gonna happen at some point, so let's just do it.
If we kill a bunch of pirates, who the fuck cares?
The pirates.
They've literally made a life of doing a bunch of shit.
Just kill a bunch of pirates. Okay. Janus, you're being really bloodthirsty recently. I don't know what's going on with you.
Me?
Listen, they have the one person that I need to track down.
Yes.
and
Yeah.
they've been obfuscating him from reality. And every time we've gone to a single point that's a crossroads, it's always pointed back to them being the troublemakers. They've done nothing but bad things since we showed up, and nothing from bad things according to Mesh from before then, because they're a bunch of fucking pirates.
I mean, yeah, I agree with
Some
that.
of them just want adventure, just
Mesh, you're alright with this bad terminology, because technically you are a pirate too.
everybody has different goals when you get into that life. It just turns out you are forced into it after a while.
Ah, you are a pirate, I
No,
suppose.
yeah. I mean, to taper expectations a bit, I really don't care too much about the rest of them. It's just the ones that you have to figure out that are loyal are the problems.
Mm-hmm.
Like Mesh, not a very loyal pirate. Those are not the people I care about. And until they leave for you, you know, because he's loyal to us now and to himself, not to them.
You're right, Janus. Mesh, I'm so glad you were a bad pirate.
Yeah.
For some, it's just a means to an end to do what they want to do. Just like
Exactly.
it was for me.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's a mutual agreement that they get what they need. But the captain seems to be stirring trouble within their own camp, so maybe we can make amends with some of the general populace and try to take out the captain if there's
You think so? Like,
if there's issues.
a
This
mutiny?
is all
Like, if they-
projections. We don't know until we get there.
If they might be having a mutiny, and we just sort of like, oh, we just push them a little bit towards mutiny. Is that what you're saying, Janus?
Well, it is now the next morning. You camped.
We talked through the night.
Pepper makes you some venison jerky for the morning.
Oh, thank you. Thank you,
and
Pepper.
Yummy.
You head east across the scar. It's a little bit tricky to get the wagon, but you have to push some logs out of the way to make a road, and it looks like people are starting to form a way around this large canyon. You get to the next crossroads. I do need someone to roll a d20 for the day's travel.
May I do it? Been a minute.
Please, sir.
Please, sir.
Can I
got
roll a
one.
d20, please?
I got a 1. Yeah.
Really great
That
stuff,
sounds
Goldy.
like bad.
Well, can someone else please roll?
Nothing happens.
It's
Or
not
should I
gonna.
use my inspiration?
Maybe you should have thought about that before you volunteered yourself, bonehead.
It's all my fault. I can do it because I could have done
Sorry.
it because I can re-roll with my.
Yeah, well, now we have to
ability,
eat
but-
his restitution. Or retribution, rather.
You follow this South Fork, and I assume you followed the South Fork as you indicated,
Mhm.
avoiding the West Gate.
Mhm.
And you get to the river edge, and Pepper kind of looks at this like, huh, no bridge.
Is there really
Oh
no
yeah.
bridge we can see? How deep is the water?
I don't want to test
It's
that.
not super deep, but you know, the river is flowing nicely, and it's fresh, clean water coming down from the mountains.
Hmm.
There's rocks and other hazards in this like stretch that are giving it some rapids, some waterfalls, and other things mixed in.
I think I'll change my spells. What? I don't
It's-
have the water walking. Do I have the water walking spell?
It's now close
No.
to right after dinner time as well, so around 7 p.m. or so.
I
Wow. Long day.
don't know if I can cross that without your spell.
The water.
Yes.
Can't you fly over it?
All right, I'm gonna
I
be
can't
real.
fly over running bodies of water.
Well,
I'm
why
gonna
don't you
be
go
real, I
over the
didn't-
lake and
I
then loop
didn't-
around?
By
That would
myself?
take ages.
You can't.
What's
turn
the
to a bat
problem?
and
There's a
just- and
lake
just
where the
stay
water
off.
is still right next to us. Just go over there, loop around, and we'll meet you on the other side.
Yeah, but I don't think it's as close as it looks. Okay, well, I don't know.
You can't. just
Vampire
turn to
rules
a
are the
bat and
very
stay with us?
strangest inconveniences, let me tell
I
you.
didn't make them up. I apologize.
I didn't ask to be turned like this, Dad.
Yeah, do a
actually didn't
big
have the
loop,
map
big
open, so
big
I'm
big
pulling it
loop, and then walk, and then make us
You
around there.
want me to
Well,
go by myself?
we
DM
still, I
ruling
know. Yeah.
says veto. The river had the lake may be mostly still, but there is water running through the lake.
From one
through
side to the
river's
other
part.
river. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That would be true.
Yeah. That
Right,
is
so,
unless you want me to burn and die, of course.
Okay.
Oops,
Okay,
I just-
well,
Yo.
So we need to figure
Okay,
out how to
so,
stop the water.
we can't stop the
Or
water.
put a bridge. I can cross bridges.
I didn't.
Can I?
I didn't.
I don't know if I
prepare-
can actually.
Is there an obvious tree we can chop down to make like a makeshift bridge?
I didn't
Yes,
prepare my
Maefyre.
spells.
This whole
I didn't-
time you're talking, Pepper's
God.
thinking like, I don't know if I could get my cart across on a log, but you know, I appreciate you thinking about that.
How long is that carpet?
Oh no, I do have it.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I do have it on here. I have water walk.
Oh,
Yeah, I do
perfect.
have it.
I can
I
use
already
that.
have it. So
I'm sorry.
1 hour, but we won't be able to bring the wagon though. The spell grants the ability to move across any liquid surface water, such as water, acid, mud, blah 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 blah, as if it was a harmless solid ground. Up to 10 willing creatures you can see within range gain this ability for 1 hour.
God,
Now-
living creature.
So, yeah, any willing up to 10 willing creatures. So you walk on it as if it was harmless solid ground. So I'm assuming that would work for Chamilla too.
I think so. I remember last time
Well-
we used it and I was fine.
That was before you found
Alternatively,
some.
we could also see if we can get Pepper across by going to double back at the gate and see if we can talk with the rock bros to see if they'd have to travel down here and see if they could sit themselves in the water for a bath while we crossed on their backs. It was just an idea.
Well,
If
if
they
you
would like
strapping
that.
young lads are up for it too, you could just carry the wagon a little bit. You know, 10 willing creatures, including my oxen. They'll cross.
Oh,
I'll-
can we
see-
grant it to Oxen?
Hold on, I forgot something.
be
I
able
forgot
to.
something. We still have my golem guy with us.
Oh,
He could just
Can
be
the
in the
golem guy
water and
lift-
carry
Yeah, just
Camilla
carry the wagon.
on his head. It's
I
like,
don't
you're
see why
coming with
not.
me.
I don't see why not. It says 10 willing creatures. It doesn't
We
say the
can
nature of the
try him
creatures. So
carrying
Camilla
me.
can't cross
So-
willingly,
I don't
but
know.
if a golem drags her in the water, does it work? Just-
No, because crossing I can't, but if I am in running water, how much damage do I take? Let's see.
Is it 20 10 or so? It's a
The
lot
vampire
of
takes
damage.
20 acid damage if it ends its turn in running water. So if I go super fast,
20.
Give her a
But
freedom of
if-
movement
if
spell
you're
and then take
just-
damage
if you're-
once. Yeah.
If we hold you just above water, then you don't take any damage.
there you go. Well, yeah, because I can't cross it, but I don't take damage.
I just have the
So
funniest
if
picture of
it's
this
all of
golem
us-
going like this, where it's like its head is like barely visible, and just like
4, 5, 6,
and just walking like an umbrella.
plus the 2 oxen would be 9.
Don't splash on me.
There's 2 oxen,
Well,
right?
if depends on how
Two
deep the
oxen.
river is, but ideally we could put Mesh's
And
golem
the golem makes 10.
in the water,
Yeah.
take the cart and the oxen over it, and then have the cart like position
This is-
itself on the head and the hands of the golem while everyone's walking on the water. The golem's under the water, just like a support structure for this cart, just like
I could just give the spell to the golem
I can
as well,
support. I
and the
can
ga- and the
support.
ga- golem
I can
walk on the
support using
water.
prestidigitation to like temporarily freeze the water, like every foot. I can freeze water for one foot by 1 foot square, so I can temporarily freeze it as we're going
Is-
along.
I don't
Is
think
the
that would work.
is the river longer than 10 feet? Because we could use the carpet if it's
I'm
10
guessing.
feet long, but
How big is the river?
although some people could probably jump pretty close. No, not 10 feet.
I could just give all of us the spell and then we can all cross. I mean,
That sounds good.
Yeah, but
The cart,
The-
and then the
the-
golem could carry the cart,
the golem can carry the cart.
and then everyone.
yeah, and everybody else can walk over. Can you also put the spell on the the oxen?
Yeah, on the
Yeah.
oxen and on the golem. It's any
Yeah.
living creature.
Then, yeah,
Which I
then we
think
can
I'll
just
count as a creature.
probably does.
Yeah. What? It will. Yeah.
Sometimes, like sometimes they
yeah.
don't.
Sometimes it specifies like
Yeah.
like it will say that
Living-
construct.
Construct.
Living
construct.
creature.
So, but it doesn't say what is that.
Does it say living creature?
I'm gonna
No,
try.
no, it
don't
doesn't.
know.
It just says creature because I've got other spells that say constructs and undead don't count.
Yeah.
So if it says creatures, I think that just means anything.
What's that?
Creatures
This
of
is
anything.
that old problem where you have to carry the fox and the child separately, and then the eggs,
Chicken.
and then bring the fox
That.
back. And
Chicken. It's fox
I
chicken.
think it's a chicken. Yeah.
yeah, whatever.
Anyway, I know.
I
what
don't
you
care.
mean.
My point's done.
So Maefyre, are you casting the spell?
Yes, I'll cast this spell. I've cast it now.
So, Chef, you have to tell
You
us,
stop
does
it.
it work on the
That's a
construct?
third level
Yep.
spell. Yeah,
Works
it
on the
says that.
construct. You can make the golem willing.
Yeah.
Okay, so now the golem can carry the cart,
Mm-hmm.
or at least one side of it. I don't know how big.
Make a strength check for the golem to see how efficiently it can carry this cart. Just a d20, and then I'll figure out a bonus.
Oh my gosh, Chef, that's amazing.
11 on the die plus. Oh, I don't have the stat block, so 11 on the
Yeah,
die.
It was on my to-do list. I did not do that one.
All right, I shared my photo with you
11.
guys.
Did you put it? Oh, here you go.
Give me
Right.
one of the stronger members of the party. Give me a. Actually, everyone else, give me a just d20 reaction
All the
check.
golems like in the water.
All right, let's hope this D20 is better than the last one.
Is it a
15.
strength specific check?
No, just
15.
Flat 20.
15.
15 on the die.
18.
Anyone 18? Anyone beat an 18?
What are we rolling for?
Just a d20.
What, all of us?
Yeah.
Oh right, I wasn't listening. Okay.
Ah.
I rolled a 3.
But that doesn't help now, does it?
I rolled a 17, so no.
I rolled for Pepper, and I'll roll for Grim. Goldy,
It
the
was.
golem takes one step onto the water, and it's a little bit unfamiliar, and it has the cart in its hands. It's carrying this entire cart, can't quite see where it's going, and it stumbles, and you are the fastest one to respond to trying to catch this cart somehow. What are you gonna do?
Right.
With a 3, I just step away.
Okay, because of my strength, because of my strength itself, excuse me, I'm gonna try to level out the weight by going around the golem and trying to push it back so that
Okay, with strength. Give me
with
an
strength.
athletics check.
Okay. That's acrobatics. That's athletics. There we go. No, I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. Let me try that again.
You did acrobat.
I did the other way around. I apologize. 17.
17. All right, you can you catch the cart.
Yay.
Pepper immediately runs to help out, but it's very clear that Pepper is just like his hands are barely able to reach the cart.
You're doing good,
And
old man.
You're
Doing
carrying most of the
good.
weight. You get the Pepper's cart across. You set it down. The golem sets it down as well. Pepper is breathing a sigh of relief and turns around, and there is a barrel of a musket pointed at his face.
Nanny.
And there is a pirate there. It's like, good to see you again, Mesh. As Flintlock, one of Mesh's former pirate mates, is there, pointing
Howdy.
a gun at Pepper.
Could you point the guns after we go across the lake?
We're
And that's
already
where
across.
we'll
We're already
call the
across.
session for next
Oh, okay,
time.
we are. I thought they were doing it while we were still trying.
Hi, guys.
No.
Hi, guys.
Ah.
So they knew we.
I mean, come on, they have to have scouts.
What from where we came all the way? Because we weren't nowhere near. We came all the way.
They're at their river. Of course, they're gonna have scouts this far out. Their pool, as it says.
On the other side of that, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess they must have. Yeah. I mean, that's. But they are they just accosting anyone that goes across, or they're accosting us because of.
I mean, that's a pirate thing to do, isn't it, Jodie?
Next week we parlay with the captain, boys and girls.
Parlay.
There's a picture to go along with.
Yeah, that's Flintlock.
Let me see the picture.
Hey, Flintlock, you seem to have some kind of ethereal white thing around you.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm kidding. I'm giving you a hard time.
All right, I'm gonna close the
cut
stream
out?
there, folks. Thanks so much for watching our little adventure this week. Lots of conversations, furries and pirates, all in the same episode. Who would have thought?
Oh my!
And a little bit of painting on the side. Featuring like one of your French girls? Question mark?
Goldy's a furry.
Goldie is a furry.
I didn't start this campaign thinking I'm going down the furry hole, but all right, here I am.
He's a furry.
You chose a bear. It's a given.
That was not my choice. We've established this in law.
I am sorry. He said
Welcome to my
you're
world.
Harry Potter. Mesh said you're Harry Potter. You're Wizard Harry. Popped in my brain, and I was like, how can I say you're a blank Goldie furry? You're a furry Goldie. Then it works.
I'm surrounded by very strange people. I will see you guys next time.
He loves us. Bye, guys.
Look in the
Bye,
mirror.
everyone.
Is it Saturday yet?
Get me out of here.
No.
See you guys.
He's gonna stay here forever.
Surrounded by